Okay, so we've been live on air for the last 10 minutes, both here and on Twitch. And there's been no sound, I think that's brilliant. Absolutely, I thought it was a bit quiet, even for me. Yeah. And I've just realised, but never mind, it's not as if there's anybody not important around here. You know what I mean? Anyway, that problem solved. Yeah, we're broadcasting live on Twitch tonight. Too much sound. What do you mean, too much sound? You mean you can hear me? So, anyway, right. You know, my microphone's a lot more sensitive than yours. Too much sound indeed. I bet you're picking up the fan in the corner. Right, I'll turn it off. Jeez, I don't know, these moaning goos. It's enough to put me off. Anyway, come on then, Stanger. If you're up for it, come on up and say hello. You know your public awaits. I mean, 'tis Friday night. Let's see who dares wins, to say. Well, I dare to talk about a very sensitive subject tonight. And effects it can have on other people. I don't mind calling it out. And I'll also call it out on Friday night over on the Grim Reaper Radio Show.com. And all the links that work on a laptop, because I have checked them out myself, are in the description. Okay, so new shows on the Grim Reaper Radio Show. That's the first link. The second link is the archives. And you too can see what I saw in the early hours of the morning when two people took over running the show. And we will have a ticket-only show occasionally on the website. Don't worry, the tickets are absolutely free. It's just that you need to register. Okay, and the only reason why you need to register is so you can get the free key that lets you in. Okay, and I will get a few of those. You can't stand or you can't handle sensitive subjects. Okay, that's fair enough. Like we say, this is for information only. It's don't take it as oh, hang on a sec. Sorry. As I was saying, yeah, we do have to approach these subjects, and if you don't like it, go to another channel. My microphone is definitely faulty, far too clear and crisp. Mellow tone, good bass, no echo, no distortion. Definitely need a poorer microphone to prevent mic envy. That's from a non-acute. Oh, I've got to put it up because that is funny, even for a non-acute. Okay, there seems to be a couple of private conversations going on. Nothing too strange, you know. Stangu, why are you sat there? You can come up anytime, sir. Yeah. And speak.
Yeah, I know. I was just sorting a problem out. I found out where my echo was coming from. I had about 3 pages open with your voice coming through.
Oh, right, okay. What a shame. I take it you closed. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh. So you don't like sensitive subjects?
Well, I'm a snowflake, aren't I? What do you mean by sensitive?
I'm going to talk about people being pushed so far, too far, affects their mental health.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm good with that.
Hello, it's Gypsy Auditor. How are you doing? Long time no see. Or speak, for that matter. I know what you come in for. You want us to plug your second channel. I know. I saw that trick earlier today. And if it's not that, I do apologise. Yeah,
And
some of the
Jay only does.
what?
Yeah.
No, it's your microphone. You've got this problem. You're fading in and out. I'm not sure if it's your internet connection or if it's StreamYard's not been able to handle it.
Okay. If it happens, I'll pop out and come back in again. How about now?
Oh, that sounds all right. Just keeps doing it every now and again. You know what it's like. It's like it the other night.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I can drop out and come back in. No worries.
Right. Gypsy, I'm going to make you a temporary mod so you can put it out. I'm talking about your, what you call it, second channel. I don't mind people advertising for stuff, whatever, you know what I mean? Makes no difference to me. I don't hold any ill will towards people. However, some people seem to think I do. But it isn't about me, this subject. It's about how people's actions take their toll on even the strongest of people. Yeah.
I've heard something, but as you know, I don't really keep up with the drama community.
No, well, this is it's nothing to do with this side of the Atlantic, but it still has exactly the same because we're doing exactly the same. We should learn. You know, I see the auditing community as not being in one area; it's global. And like with every group of people, there's good and there's bad. Yeah. You've got people who go back into the archives of things that's happened in the past and put their own spin on things, or they say, "Can we play this?" and they get, you know, a couple of thousand hits off it and things like that. To people who go out the way to find out personal stuff about people. And to start having, you know, serious problems with them, they've then gone for the kids and the, you know, and the mother, the wife, the partner, you know, the dog's auntie. You know, it's that sort of garbage. So, although, as I say, we're predominantly on YouTube, we're also streaming live on Twitch.
Yeah, now you tell me.
I'm actually just looking to see how how this works and if it works properly. I'm not even sure I might be able to cut the stream off on one. I'm hoping to, because that would be handy. I'm not sure whether I can or not. I might be able to. But I don't want to do it just yet. Oh, I think I can edit it. That's all right. Good. Devo's Chronicles bouncing around. Smash that like. Good day, sir. Well, it is day. Well, it's night here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's day for them.
Day to them.
Maybe I'm not sure, about 5 or 6 hours. I'm not sure where Devo is.
Yeah, 5 or 6 hours. Either 5 hours or 6 hours. I can never remember.
So which?
Yeah, twatch. Put an A in it sounds even worse. But that'd be too much like twatter. You called it twatch. Twatch. Yeah, just it's just something which just really does piss me off. It'd be like you trolling me, getting dirt on me, or getting my name, etc., and putting it out there. You with me? But not only doing that, but then talking about my wife, talking about my history, talking about my parents who are probably pushing daisies up and things like this. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of people on here, as we know, they're either a channel or a persona.
Yeah, but I've also found that people have been setting up Facebook profiles in the names of these people.
Right.
have got nothing to do just to cause people harm mentally. It's designed.
Is that like cyber hacking, kind of, but in a more novice kind of way? Cyber hacking, trying to set people up doing stuff.
No,
like
well, they're creating. I mean, I don't mind talking about my parents. You know, someone's got to. Might as well be me putting them down. I've got this all years ago. But it would be like someone talking about my father who passed away some time ago, you know, my grandmother, you know, whoever. Yeah. So that's why, you know, I thought to myself, hang on a second. If I saw a profile of somebody who was close to me, that it was a duplicate, you with me? More or less, but although they never had an account on, say, Facebook or social media in general terms, you know, it'd be like me seeing that and the effect it has, you know. And that's where, you know, sort of like my problem is with it, you know. I don't want that, you know. I don't want people to feel like that. Anonymous, Brigade 77 getting creative in the ways they cause division. Oh, yeah. It's not just causing division, no, it's causing real mental stress and pain to a sense that it could drive people to the edge, you know, and then it's a 50-50 chance of something seriously happening to them, you know. So this is the reasoning, you know, why I'm concerned, very concerned. Now I'm not going to go into any great detail on here, but Saturday tomorrow, isn't it? Sunday night, I can go into it even in greater detail, hopefully, and play the videos that I've got where people have clipped everything together and make my own remarks. Because I can't do anything here, you know, at the end of the day, unfortunately, but I can somewhere else. And that's what I'm going to do. And if I've got to do a shit show every Sunday, I'll do a shit show every Sunday. I don't care. You know, come after somebody who doesn't give a fuck. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not going to run out of town because you don't like what I say. You know, sorry, but I believe in the freedom of speech, but I also believe in the freedom of reply.
Consequence.
And if you can't take it, don't make it, because 9 times out of 10, it's all a load of lies. Simple as that. And that 1 in 10 isn't even the truth. It's something that's based loosely around the truth. You know, so it sort of really did piss me off, and I've been carrying that since the early hours of this morning, really. I've been meaning to invite any trolls up here on any Friday night, or to clip anything. I don't take much down because it's all YouTube friendly.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't mention anybody's names, and I stop people from mentioning names. And I don't let any drama in. And I've always said if there's going to be any drama, it's going to be me that starts it. So I'm going to give you, you know, come and watch the show. You all watch this anyway, because you believe I'm all part and parcel of the other side. You know, there are two sides. Mine, well, actually, there's three. There's mine, myself, and I. And we never agree on anything. Hello, AJM. How are you doing, mate? Nice to see you. He's a nice guy. So, Anarchy, how you doing, mate? Yeah, we're just talking about the wonderful people who cause direct effect to people's states of mind because they've got nothing better to do. Here's a question for you. Do you think announcing this on the BBC, right, this headline is taking the piss or not? Man found trapped in a hydraulic urinal in London. Fire and ambulance are in attendance. That was the thing that I got.
That made what? Sorry, that made
man trapped in a hydraulic urinal in London.
Yes.
Fire brigade in attendance with the ambulance service.
And that was from Page News, was it?
No, that was an alert from the BBC.
And was the guy in mortal danger in this hydraulic? How was he trapped in it? Was he trapped in the hydraulics or just in the toilet itself?
Well, this is it. It's unclear. However, he was caught with his trousers down, allegedly. My understanding is that something failed potentially with the hydraulics while he was in, and it fell downwards, went down, back down.
Damn. I was just looking at that. Actually, I was just looking at that link. It's a Tracy Chapman song. Give Me One Reason. Obviously, we can't play it on here. That's
no.
Check that link out.
Unfortunately,
I'm joking, fella. Whatever that means.
No, it's talking about a link. My links. Check that link out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you've got a great sense of humour, and if it's YouTube friendly, yeah, all right, we might play it, might look at it. I'll leave that down to Stangu to decide.
Well, I doubt if it is, but I could get the lyrics up and.
Well, you can speak. You can speak about the lyrics. That's not a problem.
Okay.
It's review sniffer. We've got a sniffer in for review.
Review sniffer. Is that
review sniffer?
There was one that wasn't actually a sniffer. Apparently, I don't know which one it was though. I only know.
Oh, I don't know. But I thought we were reviewing the sniffer at first when I saw that. I read it the wrong way around.
Review sniffer. Okay. Well, the lyrics to this song, right? I don't know this song. I'm not a fan of Tracy Chapman, if I'm honest. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Said, I don't want to leave you lonely. You got to make me change my mind. Baby, I've got your number. Oh, and I know that you got mine. You know that I called you. I called you many times. You can call me baby. You can call me anytime. You've got to call me. Is there any more to this?
That sounds like Debbie Harry and call me. Sorry.
It would have sounded much better if a certain person was reading this.
Well, yes, but shyness is one of those things, you know what I mean? You have to get over it.
Here's another line. They might take away my life. I just want someone to hold me. Oh, and rock me through the night. This youthful heart can love you. Yes, and give you what you need. I said this youthful heart can love you. Not quite sure what it's about. Yeah, so I can turn back around. It's just a nice song, I think.
Well, I think it's about a woman is asking the partner to give him one good reason why they should stay.
Maybe. It could be, couldn't it?
I mean, that could be totally wrong, but that's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you got any sense, you wouldn't turn around. You just carry on going out the door, because if you're thinking that, then there's a problem.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to have a listen to it later now.
Yeah.
Listen,
Not that I know anything about these affairs.
I just need to nip out and grab my cup of tea before my can of Prime before it goes cold. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, don't start that with Prime again. Jesus Christ.
I get a good deal on them.
He sells them at £145 a case, 12 to kids. Perfectly legal. Jade. You should come up and hum that line. She had to turn around to say something.
Who turned around and said what now? What's this one? Another one. I'll have to copy and paste it because it takes me away from the chat. Let's have a look. Who's this then? Video isn't available anymore. Oh, it won't let me play it. Whatever that was. I don't know what that's. What about this one? I don't know what that one was, but it went unless I do have to click it on the chat. Okay. Oh, another Tracy Chapman talking about a revolution. I've heard that one actually. I have heard that one. Yeah.
Yeah. If you right click it, it'll go to it.
Yeah, it takes me away from the chat. I have to close down the chat and then reopen it.
Oh right. Oh, okay.
I do know that song.
Huh.
Chat. I'll have a look at the lyrics though. Talk about revolution. Talk about revolution.
Tracy Chapman talking about a revolution. We could talk about a revolution. We could talk about the revolution over the bastards who are trying to force us down a cashless society. Oops. Sorry, it's happened.
Yeah.
Like lemmings, we've fallen for it.
Here we go. The lyrics to that one. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. Don't you know? Talking about a revolution. It sounds like a whisper. Well, they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know? Talking about revolution. It sounds like a whisper. Poor people going to rise up and get their share. Poor people going to rise up and take what's theirs. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Oh, I said you better run, 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 to do run, run.
Run, rabbit, run, rabbit.
Because finally the tables are starting to turn.
He's going to get his gun.
Talking about a revolution. Finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Oh no. Talking about a revolution. Oh. It's changed there. I've been standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion, talking about a revolution. Sounds like a whisper. And finally, the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Yes, finally, starting to turn.
A revolution. Sorry about that. A revolution is for white, blacks, no matter your colour. Then in power will rise up. It's gonna happen. Oh, cheers! I was almost at the end of that one.
Oh, sorry, you're reading that one, were you? Were you reading that?
Yeah, well, I did actually get to the end, and then you suddenly changed it to the one I showed before.
Sorry. I was reading that. I didn't see you do that. I just thought that was amusing. Is a revolution when you turn around and say something to someone?
Well, I'd already put that up, but you're too busy singing. I mean, talking. Yeah, we just had a comment from somebody in Twitch telling me to get off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Like I'm going to do that. Soz, I'm in a silly mood. Well, bring your silly mood up here. It should be fun. If you would like to put the link in the chat so that people can come on by and say hello. We're not going to be going on for too long tonight, guys and girls. I've got a website to do some more work on. It'll be the 4th time I've actually made a start on this website. I just had to rewrite it again in the beginning. So a little bit cheesed off. But, I like doing it. I do like doing a Friday night show. See how many people come in, see how many trolls there are, etc. You know.
Well, I don't think we have.
I've actually got more trolls over in Twitch than I have in. This is the first live broadcast I've ever done. Work that one out.
Seriously, you get trolls over on Twitch? Do you know? I've not been on Twitch for a while because it's on my other computer, and I've forgotten my password. But there are other platforms for gaming now, isn't there?
Oh yeah. I did a live on D-Live, and an American guy just wandered in. He was pissed as a fart.
Oh right.
It was hilarious. He was chatting away to himself in the chat.
Well, how long ago? When was this?
A couple of weeks ago. I was on D-Live.
Oh, okay. What were you doing on there? Were you just involved, or were you broadcasting a show onto D-Live?
No, I was broadcasting. We've got links all over the place.
Oh,
it's just that we don't tend to use them. But now I've got a system where I can, so I'm going to, just for the hell of it. If nothing else, I think it's funny. Because if you're thinking bad here, you want to hear me on some of the other places where they don't have such crap, you know, and you can get away with more things. You can actually talk about a revolution. You could plan a revolution in some of these places. You know, it's all about friends in low places.
I think it's only the deep web that you can really get away with doing that, and even that's being watched closely, isn't it? Everything on the internet.
Yeah. Look, I'm not paranoid in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, but if I know that the government's out to get me and everybody else is out to get me, there's no need to be paranoid.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you are, it helps.
It's early warning, isn't it? It's not paranoia, it's early warning.
Look, you can call it what you like. I don't care. You know, I think the majority of people who I come into contact with on the internet are in agreement of various things, you know. Hey, look, it's Kim Francis, how you doing?
Kim Francois, long time no see.
Trust you to put it the right way.
Well, I don't know if that's the right way. That's just how I read it.
I just see it as Kim. I've seen Kim on a lot of other places where I've been, so we have similar tastes, and I also think that we have similar beliefs. Again, this is the thing.
Yeah.
And even you turned around and said, "Well, all this stuff, what is it you're going to change? If I change one person's life, it's worth it."
Well, I can agree with that. Yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah. If you can change it, well, the way I see it, it's like saying good morning to everybody you meet. to try to change the world, in an effort to change the world, put a smile on somebody's face. If you can put a smile on one person's face and it makes their day, then you've changed the world, because there could be a knock-on effect. You've changed the world slightly, but it's an attempt.
You've done something which could, all right, you got more chance of winning the lottery, but that's like the point.
It's like, it reminds me of certain people. I mean, again, we don't mention names, but
not on here.
You hear a lot of people talking about what the changes they want in the country or in the world. They want change. They want change. Half the time, some of these people couldn't even change their own socks. You know what I mean? It's like, well, who said be the change you want to see in the world?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, but it was probably some idiot.
May have been Gandhi. Well, Gandhi was an idiot, but if it was him, it's like, instead of complaining about what you haven't got, why not,
Well, hang on a second. I actually disagree with you on that, because I don't complain about what I haven't got. I'm complaining about what isn't mine.
What isn't yours?
Yeah. Rights.
Mm-hmm.
Who gave me permission to speak my mind?
Well, you're born that way. It's nature.
Who taught me to speak? Who taught me to be a loudmouth git? Right? Who taught me how to get people out of a tricky situation because their employer invokes some sort of rule that they think is law? Right. I've always done it, so I'm going to continue. And I'm doing what I can with what I've got. I know I've changed a lot of people's lives in the past. I've helped change processes, policies, forced people to dot all the I's and cross all the T's so that people are treated fairly.
Yeah.
You're
talking about back in, like, the what you call it, shop steward, or what's the term again?
Well, I'm just me.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter whether I'm a member of a union or not. It's still about it's about knowing your rights. You work for someone, you need to know what your rights are. The problem is these are rights that are given to you. My argument is it's your godforsaken right. You were born with it. Nobody gave it to you. Mm-hmm. You were born free.
Yeah.
To quote a film. It's what you do with that.
Yeah.
Your parents teach you to do X, Y, and Z. You get conditioned by school. You get programmed by school.
Absolutely.
If you come out of that education knowing the truth, then good. Fantastic. Not enough children do, because then what happens is they go to college, they go to university. And by the time they actually get around to looking for a job, they're in their late teens or early 20s.
I hate to say it, but we can also throw the internet into the mix.
Oh, yeah.
Whether we're talking about tactics or, influence from mainstream media. I mean, there are channels, but how do you identify, say, what was that term again? Brigade 677 from, the real people, who's leading you? What do they call it? What do they call it again? Sorry.
Yeah, I agree. Hello, Brooklyn Audits. How you doing? Another American, unless you're an Englishman posing as American in New York. I don't know. Sorry, that was unfair. But what a welcome, folks. I've seen some of your videos. They're really good. I need to do your blog page one day. Also need you to be able to say the truth without fear of retribution, as well. How are you? Yeah, American but Irish. You're from the Irish community. Right. Right, that makes perfect sense to me. Um,
He won't feel the sting.
I get the joke. I've got thick skin. Well, if you've probably seen me on other streams or heard about me. I don't know, but I'm just the same here as I am there.
Back in a sec.
Diddy gaff is not a word; it's a way of life, and I really don't give a. Yeah. Getting back to rights, a couple of comments. Our rights are slipping away, my God-given rights. I agree, totally. And that is what people like yourself, Kim, me, various other people, the auditing community. I know they get a lot of stick from certain quarters, and I know that they get called Karens at times because they are standing up for their rights. I don't think that's a Karen. I think that's just somebody who's refusing to buckle. And I think that they should be treated a lot differently and given the respect that they deserve, to be honest. I mean, there are some auditors that just go out of the way to cause trouble because they want hits and clicks and things like that. And they take away the education side of things.
This reminds me of something. When you think about some of the people that have done revolutionary things or attempted to over time, I mean, when was the last time, a protest, had a real big impact? We won't go into that. But you got...
Don't. I was going to say when the Canadian capital became a car park.
Right. Okay. I mean, we can mention the suffragettes, but I'm thinking of some of these freedom fighters in the past, maybe especially in the 1960s and, even the 70s, people that were willing to die for their cause, people that fought, with, 4x2 with nails in it for their cause, bricks, fists, right? They weren't doing it for clicks and views. That's the difference. That's the difference. Yeah. A lot of people now.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah, but but people, not everybody does it for that. There's a minority of people who do that. Certainly over in the States. You and I have hit loggerheads with things like the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms and things like that. Whereas I'm in full agreement. You've got hesitancy, resistancy. It's just the way you are. We don't fall out about it.
No, of course not.
We have a conversation.
Well,
we don't go out and start. Oh, I'm going to go after him. Blah blah blah. I'm going to become a real troll. Now,
I mean, at the end of the day, I take on board some. I've spoke to some Americans, and I've heard, opinions as far as, well, at least we can defend ourselves against, if there was ever an uprising, at least we're ready for it. We're not. What have we got? We've got like 3.5-inch knives. Well, legally, anyway. We wouldn't stand a chance against the armed police that are wandering around the streets if all of a sudden they decide.
I was having a conversation this morning, and actually also this afternoon, if I remember right. But I think it's more this morning. There's a guy who has been arrested for common assault against Nicholas Hancock.
Okay.
Apparently, he'd been camping outside Downing Street. And thank you, saves me doing it. And he saw Nick Hancock, followed him, started asking questions around why did you let so many people die, blah blah blah. Anyway, Nick Hancock suddenly stopped somewhere on the underground, and the guy bumped into him. Didn't realize he stopped. Anyway, he's been charged with common assault. So I've got a feeling that, and I agree with this, somebody else mentioned it to me, it was Mellows, he's going to be used as a scapegoat. Now, UK law works on, hello, Paul Dirt Farmer, how are you doing? Works on case law. So if this guy gets the book thrown at him for accidentally bumping into someone because they stood still deliberately to cause it, right? Then that's going to affect anybody and everybody, right? So that means that when there's an auditor out and just doing absolutely nothing wrong, right, and a copper gets in the way by questioning or, causes that sort of conflict, they're going to be arresting them on those grounds, and they know it will stick because there's case law.
Yeah.
I personally hope he's not made an scapegoat, but I think they're just going to throw the book at him for everything they can. Even if he turns around, what's his defence? He suddenly stopped and I didn't see him, but leading up to it, you've been talking to him, etc. You see how it's going to be twisted.
Yeah.
Well,
these
whatever
people to creatively twist these things in their favour, aren't they?
Of course, yeah. And of course, Hancock, unless he was called as a witness, wouldn't have to attend. Just put a statement in.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But basically, he's been arrested for hurty words. Another thing that has been quoted to me today: hurty words.
Hurty words, and again, that's freedom of speech going further down the drain pipe, isn't it?
Yeah. It's restriction of speech. At the end of the day, and that's what they want to do. And yes, I think Kim's right. I agree. I'd rather die on my feet than be oppressed by these satanic people. I wouldn't call them satanic because to be satanic, you've got to believe in God, and because it's the opposite side of the same coin.
Depends how you look at it. But I have the opinion satanic, but it's not always devil worship. It's the symbolism of the rebellious one, isn't it? The one that refused to get down on their knees and bow down to authority. But still, that's a different type of.
Yeah, but in this reference, we're talking about the chosen few that run the world, that are oppressing us because they want to reduce how many people live on the earth, etc.
The ones that supposedly sacrifice people, children.
Well, potentially.
Yeah.
I'm not mentioning any names, but I'm sure his coronation is shortly. Still trying to work out whether we're going to get a bank holiday for that. I hope so, because I get a better rate. Psychopaths. That's yes.
That's terminology.
And also, not just psychopaths. What's the other one? Psychotic paths. Hancock asking for forgiveness made my bloody blood boil. I didn't mean to kill so many people. It should have been this many. Allegedly. I've never met the guy and don't really want to meet the guy at all. He's beneath me, in my opinion. All of the politicians are. Because they're in it for one reason only, and that is to make money. And I've got no objection to people making money so long as it's not off the backs of other people. And so long as you're offering a fair price for a fair day's wage. What did Matt Hancock actually do for what he got paid? Sold the British people down the Swanee River of nowhere but death, doom and gloom, and everything that had been said before that was classed as rubbish and conspiracy theories. Most of it has turned out to be true now. Strange how that can happen. And there's even a video out on YouTube, I believe it is. I could be wrong. Might be on another. I think it's more likely to be somewhere else on YouTube. But some high up guy talking how Pfizer want to control gene viruses in flu and mutate them, and also with that C bit, as well.
Yeah.
That we're not allowed to say on here, even now. It was very interesting. It's not about the money or the power. It's about them making sure that they can inflict whatever they want on other people. It's about being bullies. Good evening, James. How are you?
Going back to power and money, I mean, isn't that something else that as children growing up in schools we're taught? Whether it be you go to school, get a good education, or work hard, you leave school, you work hard, earn your money, you could create your own business, earn even more money, and you have that power, you have that control over not only your life, but you can employ people, and you get that feeling that you can control them too, and you can get higher and higher. Like, it depends on your business. And these people, it's like that, but in a bigger, a bit like the difference or similarity between the Freemasons and what people consider the Illuminati.
Yeah, it's a cross between. I mean, nobody actually knows if the Illuminati exists.
Well, exactly.
Apparently.
But higher powers, even higher powers, or with power, corruption.
Yeah, we know that the Freemasons, the highest state you can get to there in there is number 33.
Yeah.
And V for Victory, which Churchill had, he was a 33. It was actually a signal regarding 33. But yeah, when in times of real trouble, right? What is it that wins for the governments? Propaganda.
Yeah.
Pumping fear into people. Right? And that's the way I put it, the way I look at it. That's the reasoning why. Doesn't matter what station it is. That is what they talk about. Fear. Yeah, I agree with what you say, but people just want to have power. I mean, the last idiot who wanted power created World War II. I don't think there's going to be a World War III. I think we're just going to be extinct, and the rest of them will get into. There are 360 degrees, eh? Have I missed something?
I only know of the 3 degrees actually, but no.
Yes. Yeah. 33. Okay. Right. Oh, I do like the way that this gives out the emotes. Right. It says, "Hi, James of Isaac family." Hand pink waving. Brilliant. The 33 is a joke. Well, I don't know the other 32.
What's this link? Let's have a look at this one here.
They will miss us. No, they won't miss us. I hate to say. Oh, you're checking the link, are you now?
Yeah, my computer's running really slowly again. Oh, it speaks after click on the chat again. Oh, here we go. I'll do it. It's that one of my favorite songs of all time, actually. A Dampian Seal, Killer. So you want to be free, live your life the way you wanna be. That one. Solitary brother. Yeah, I'm not singing. What am I doing? I forget we're live.
Well, no, you can carry on. I mean, I'm not going to breach copyright on that one. Your own
but I don't want
interpretation.
It really is a good song. It's one of those songs that's still relevant now, in my opinion. It's still pretty tight. the early 90s, I believe, or maybe the original from 89. I'm not sure, but still, great track.
Did you enjoy Thursday night's trip down memory lane with the Rocky Horror?
That was all right. That was.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury.
Do you know what? I'm still wearing my batik now. I'm sweating away here.
Stangu turned up. It wasn't a private showing or anything like that. Enjoyed the full length. Ooh. Shouldn't put things like that on. Wink, wink, say no more. Nudge, nudge. Yeah, what was I saying? Yes, when we put that show on, ladies and gentlemen, as I say, members of the jury, there were 2 invited attendees, and they didn't know what was going to be happening. All they were thinking about was having a good time. Well, they always have a good time. But then I put the Rocky Horror Show on. And it was the live version, stage version. We didn't even get half an hour in. All right. And it was time for me to go because I'm just a warm-up act for the main show at 9 o'clock or thereabouts. And I was thinking of continuing it, but there is another film that I've got to find, which is Tommy. And I know I'm not going to get a word in edgeways.
Oh.
Because there'll be serious tunettes all the way through it.
Yeah, there will. There we go.
I mean, I personally, I think Tommy's a very good film, but I didn't think it was that good, as a musical.
You don't? Well, it was a rock opera, wasn't it? Was it a musical or a rock opera?
No, it was a class as a rock opera. And that's what it was, yes. But the content, it's for after 9 o'clock showings only, folks, after the Watershed. And that's if the BBC will show it. I think they only show it once every blue moon.
Yeah, and don't forget that other classic rock opera. What's it called? Grease, is it?
You mean the comedy? The only thing I can say about Grease is them jeans at the end. Apparently, it took 2 hours to get sewn into them.
There you go, Jason. I'm thinking.
and she had to go all day, and she was bursting at the end of it. I mean, God rest her soul.
Jay wants to do the soap suds and baked beans bit. From
I was going to say, I will look for that and see whether or not there's a way of me showing it. I don't have a DVD player, unfortunately, connected. Takes me back even further. I'm a 60s, 70s dude.
Oh, that's one for you. It's a band that you'll know called Atomic Rooster.
Ooh. By any chance, was that an American band?
I don't know. I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure the keyboardist lived local to me way back. Is it the same Atomic Rooster? They don't look like it. I can see a bunch of disco dancers. I thought Atomic Rooster was quite heavy rock, actually. The Atomic Rooster I know of. Without turning the volume up, let me give it a quick
burst.
Okay, it might be the same band, but they did get quite heavy as far as I remember. Atomic Rooster. They did some heavy stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, who did he get to lift it? The Osmonds. I was listening to someone's stream this morning and they played I'll Be Your Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool on. And I thought, are they taking the mickey or what? No, it was a request.
Really?
Yeah.
It makes a change from if anybody don't like the Osmonds, but they need to choose a song. It's normally Crazy Horses, isn't it? And that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, because they only know Donny Osmond's Puppy Love. He had a thing about dogs.
Oh, Puppy Love. That's quite a sad.
Yeah.
That's quite a sad song. That is. So
it was little Jimmy Osmond, all the way from Liverpool. He'd never been to in his life, and he sang about it. You know, it was hilarious. Here's this little American. Nothing against the Americans, a dumbass American, right? Who wants to make his name for himself because his 8 brothers have got names within the pop industry because their father is a stupid moron. Sorry, I was getting religious there. I need to stop it. The moron. I'm doing it again. The father who ran them wanted all of the sons to be able to sing. They made a mistake with Jimmy. I thought he got something on his bollocks and squeezed. Yes. I think he was one of the Diddy men. I think he was the one that might have started that tax problem for Ken Dodd. I could be wrong. But as Ken Dodd's not with us anymore, doesn't matter, does it? You can't be copyrighted by a dead man. Oops. Oh yeah, I thought he was here.
There we go. Long-haired love from Liverpool. Wasn't that John Lennon, Grim?
Oh no, Paul McCartney. John Lennon just wanted to waste it away in bed. I'm from Liverpool, by the way. Really? First of all, you're an American who's Irish, and now you're Liverpudlian. I'll tell you what, I think you jumped a couple of ships that were passing in the night. Yes, I live in Aintree by the racecourse. He spells course right for a Liverpudlian.
What's that? You live in a tree? Oh, Aintree.
Any tree. Any tree. Housing's a lot cheaper, but it's fucking windy.
So there was a song about him, was there? Little Jimmy by Gwyneth Ashley Robbins. Never heard that.
No.
No, it wasn't about Little Jimmy Osmond.
Hey, it's Friday night, for fuck's sake. Doesn't matter. I'll take the piss out of anybody. I don't care what night it is.
Stop fact checking me, bro. It's Friday night.
Stop fact checking me, bro. Ain't he sweet? I went to Aintree once, got banned. It was the year the Grand National got fucked up.
Yeah, where is Grandad actually? Where's Grandad? Is he all right these days, or is he?
Where's Grandad? Grandad's having some time away from social media in total. But he is doing okay. Last time I spoke to him, he was still breathing. And I reckon that's a good sign either way. I'm going to upset the dog in a minute. I'm going to have to take it out. The year Ira came to town. Well, no, it's Ira. I was right.
Ira. We're talking about the
Ira. Ira. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Say what you see, not what you think you said. There's no dots. It's not in capitals. Yeah. Don't blame him. I don't blame anyone.
No, she's saying don't blame him for having time off, Grim.
Oh, never. I don't even know when he's coming back. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
You escaped from the...
I think the point's been made that at the moment there's a lot of. I mean, I've been away from it, so I don't know what's going on. But I hear dribs and drabs, second or third hand, which, yeah, and it's like nothing's really changed, and it's enough to bring anybody down in some places.
Oh, I'll tell you, it takes a robot not to get affected.
Yeah,
because you're so programmed to expect it. You know, I just hate seeing the other side, and I do see the other side, and that's what people don't see. You know, the effects it has on people. So, I'm not going to whinge about it and moan about it. You know, especially if you've got AGM putting classics in. You know,
what's this one? Oh, I know that one actually. Yeah, Black Snake, 1972. That is the band, Atomic Rooster. Yeah, they can get quite heavy. I'm pretty sure they're British because, well, unless they moved here, because I heard stories of a keyboard player living, I won't say where, but not far from me.
Right, okay. Land's End.
Land's End, yeah. South Uganda.
I went there and I thought I was going to fall off the earth.
You've got to be careful because, you know, it really is.
There is a sign which says, "Go no further." Warning.
It's all right. You won't go off the edge. You'll just hit an ice barrier or something, won't you? Apparently.
What? There? Oh, you mean and bounce back?
Yeah, because the world's flat, and aren't we surrounded with ice or something? I'm not too sure of the details, to be honest. I've never been there.
Yeah, but I'd be asking, where the flaming hell's the ice come from?
We're in trouble when global warming hits fully, won't we? Because then we will be going off the edge once it's all melted.
Yes. Yeah.
On the sides, like
I think that might be why they need to reduce the amount of poisonous gases that go up into the sky, which is why they want to cull the human race. Because that way we don't fall off the edge of the world, do we? Because there won't be as much. That's about as logical as the flat Earth theory comes.
We probably will wipe ourselves out as a species before that even happens, won't we? All the poison and stuff. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 50 years. Will advance, and it doesn't matter what we do. Does that? I mean, look at the.
Are you planning on being here in 50 years? Because I'm not.
I hope not. That would make me 180, 190.
I'll be lucky if I see tomorrow at this rate. I've been talking to you all night. Oh, I'm so depressed. I've been picked on by that stango all night.
What's this one? This is another Atomic Rooster, is it? Or it's pretty. We can't play music. Oh, Rush. Oh, okay. I never.
AGM, you need to come over to the live shows on a Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday over on the website, because we can play whatever music you want without any issues whatsoever. Because quite frankly, I don't give a damn. Not over there. Don't mind. And as I say, we got a new facility. I won't be here in 50 years' time. I don't think many of us will be here in 50 years' time. But I actually feel for my granddaughter, who hopefully will be.
Yeah.
But not under those circumstances. So I'm not actually fighting for like the next generation. It's the generation after that I'm fighting for.
I absolutely
for the little ones.
Absolutely agree. But the thing is, right, the next generation they're not so okay, you get the handfuls here and there or whatever. They're just not so rebellious these days. And Is it thanks to technology, not just the internet, but devices? Well, technology. It's they're having it sucked out of them. They're having. Damn.
Well, technology started in the late 70s, really.
Yeah, of course.
Coming into the home, and since then it's gradually took over home life. I mean,
well, exactly. Now it's in the home. I mean, before, weren't kids like not just? Just after the pinball machines, I guess, sneaking off to arcades and dipping all their money into Space Invaders and spending their time. Okay, it's not the same, but now it's in your home. There's no escaping it, is there? There's no escaping it. Back to bullying, actually. Like cyberbullying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going way back again, the conversation I had with some youngsters. I don't just talk to youngsters. I got kids, obviously, and we were talking about cyberbullying.
I was going to say, Stango.
Sorry,
I was going to say. There's a lot of clippers around here.
Yeah, I just want to make that clear. And what do you prefer? I said, would you prefer just to be bullied in real life, or I said I didn't understand why cyberbullying gets you. And now, okay, it's a different story now because you're talking about adults. And they said no, because when you go home, you might be bullied at school, and when you go home and you want to do your virtual socializing, you're being bullied there too. So they're not able to escape it. And it's like, well, how about you don't go on there? But then they miss their friends. They miss their friends. And if they want to hook up with their friends, they miss the chance of getting bullied at home as well as at school. So there's no safe place anymore for them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Kim's put an interesting one. I'll let you read that.
Oh, that's it, Grim. Just heard going to be a nanny.
Congratulations.
I wouldn't have my congratulations, yeah. I wouldn't have had my son had I could predicted the future and feel really old now. I know that feeling. If you knew, I never wanted kids. I had a happy accident, but I was never planning on having kids. Now I have. I do fear for them in the future in the same kind of way. I would definitely not have. Well, there's no way around it. There was, but yeah, no.
Well, there was a lot of things that back in the 80s. Thing is, you were talking about people picking up bricks, etc. It's archive footage now, and not only then. You're only going to see one side, and it's not going to be the right side. It's going to be the predictable. Oh, look at this! It causes all this, that, and the other. 3-day working week, blah blah blah. That was back in the 80s, late 70s, 80s. Yeah, where people actually stood up for their rights.
Yeah,
and then you had a government that was given the power to take away rights from people. So now you've got to have permission for this, permission for that. When they had the marches in London demonstrating against the COVID lockdowns and whatnot, one of the questions that were asked is, how many people are you expecting? And they were only expecting something like 3,000 or 4,000. Turned out to be a lot more than that.
Yeah, but
still not enough to change the mind or to have any sort of impact. I wouldn't promote violence in any way, shape, or form. But I've also got to say, if that's what it takes to stand up for your rights, you've got no choice.
Well, this is it. Protesting's not going to change anything. It's just the voice is being heard. The next step, it will have to be, whenever it's going to occur, will be a revolution, and it will.
Well, the nearest thing we came close to was a riot that started in Brixton, went to ended up in Liverpool, Birmingham, Coventry, Manchester, and that was the last time, that we ever had anything serious, and that was to do with rights and to do with anti-fascism as well. But what we do is, we work to what is, in my opinion, work to rule. You do what is legal and nothing else. And I'm not talking about what's being told to you is legal. If someone turns around and says, we're not accepting cash, and you've got cash in your pocket, use cash, because they want you to use your card. So, yes, I agree. Non-compliance is the best, James. I totally agree with you. I'm an argumentative person anyway, and if I say something which is wrong, I will stand up for it, and say, hang on a second, stop being X, Y, and Z. But usually very polite, not very polite. Or else stand or sit and discuss the fact that I'm being discriminated against because I'm being told, because I'm not prepared to wear a mask on the grounds of ill health, my cat has to go into to the room on its own. It's my sodding cat. Where it goes, I go. And if you don't like it, tough. Unless you it's having an operation. Right, I'm going to have to take Madam out for a walk. Are you all right to hold the show?
I have no idea.
Well, you have no idea whether you can hold the show or not.
Well, I don't know.
Well, if I come back and I find you, if I come back and I find you've ended the broadcast, then I'll know or not.
Okay, well, I'll give it a go. I can talk to the chat, but I'm not sure what about, because I wasn't even planning on coming up tonight, but I did.
I know, but I'd rather have a puddle outside than inside.
Go on.
I'll be back shortly.
All right. Okay. So what do we talk about then? I have no idea, no clue. I mean, we're talking about this, but it helps to bounce off somebody up here to keep it going. Unless, do you want to come up, Jay? Are you busy? You can come and help me motivate things up here. It's going to not be the same, because we do the show now. I'm getting used to the show over on the other platform, where we'll have a little bit of a chat and we'll play a song, bit more chat, another song. It's great. You can play songs, videos, play anything. There's just absolutely no copyright at all, or no copyright issues. So it doesn't matter what it is. We can just put it out there and chat about it, which is something we can't do on here. What's that? I can't even read what that says. Does that say sliffing? Stiff it. My eyes have gone blurred. Sliffing good chap is grim. Does that say sliffing? Or is that it's meant to be spliffing or spiffing? Sliffing. Probably spliffing good chap, yeah. Spliffing good chap. So what are we up to tonight then? What's everybody up to, apart from, well, being here or listening, out and about on your mobile phone, indoors with a food or a beer or what? I was actually going to have an early night until Grim called me up. I thought, oh, just lay my head down, listen to the show. I thought for a change he had something planned, but well, he kind of did really. He was talking about the cyberbullying. Well, if that's what you call it, cyberbullying. I mean, it is a bit. It's quite a big issue, actually. I mean, when we're going back to like physical bullying and what's known as cyberbullying, it's like if you get a rock thrown at you and making spliff. Oh right, okay. Oh, fair play. Each their own. I mean, I don't mind one now and again, but I'm not. I'm really not a stoner. Not much to shout about. But it's like if you get a rock thrown at you, say in the schoolyard, or you get pushed over and you cut your knee, you put a plaster on it, get it cleaned up, and eventually it heals and you look at it. There might be a little scar, but just as a reminder, it's gone. But mental bullying, that's where the scars are deep, or can be. They can be very, very deep. And how do you put a plaster on something that's inside it? They try to give you medication to deal with this kind of stuff, depending on how deep the scars are. But depending on the abuse, those scars just do not heal. They cannot heal, or they just don't heal. They're there for a very long time, a lot longer than a cut knee. Can't go on hurty words. Well, yeah, hurty words is different, isn't it? Hurty words, that's something else. I'm talking about real mental abuse. Hurty words. I agree. I mean, I absolutely believe in freedom of speech, and I feel like I'm thick-skinned. I don't think I've ever been offended by hurty words at all. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can, especially on the internet. It's just the internet. Maybe if you've got kids or a partner or something, and then they start constantly attacking those around you they love, that's where it's going to get to you, isn't it? That's when it's going to get to you, because you start fearing for them, especially if they say that they know where you are, or they know people around there. Plenty narcissism about Stangu. Yeah. Do you know, I read that wrong for a second there. I thought you said plenty of narcissism about Stangu. It's like, oh, well, I don't know about that. I'm not. But yeah, plenty of narcissism about. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I got buffed at school and stopped going. Then I got bullied at home because I was not going to school. So I left home and lived on the streets. Bloody hell, James. Yeah. I got bullied at school too, mainly by the teachers, and I stopped going too. And I didn't get bullied at home, actually. I didn't get bullied at home. Parents were a bit strict, that was about it. But yeah, I left home at a young age, and also ended up on the streets by choice, I guess. I had nowhere to go, and I was young, and I suppose didn't really care. Just learned to survive out there. It was kind of like a life adventure, but at that point, at the age of 16, you don't realize the dangers of it. Don't realize the dangers. But yeah, that's a story that does go on. I can see that, definitely.
So, does PTSD actually exist?
PTSD.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, of course it does.
Right. Okay. And what causes PTSD?
Trauma.
Witnessed or otherwise, or felt?
It could be both. You could be traumatized by something you see, but you can also be traumatized by something that you've had done to you, experienced.
Yeah. Okay, so someone calling you an idiot constantly, calling you every name under the sun, etc., right? They're hurty words.
Yeah.
But some people take those hurty words in such a way that they actually mean what they say, or what is told to them, that they are such and such. Happens all the time, unfortunately. I've seen parents do it in the past. I've seen people do it in the past, the way that they manipulate people. I mean, for Christ's sake, if you're going to manipulate someone, make sure it's on the fun side. At least, no, seriously. I don't agree with people being bullies in any way, shape, or form. And I think cyberbullying is probably the most cowardice form of bullying I've ever come across.
Yeah.
Internet bullying.
I hide behind a keyboard, but not for that purpose. As you know, I try to show my face as little as possible for many reasons.
I know, but Police 5 will get you eventually.
But it's those that hide behind the keyboards because they don't want to expose themselves as being, as you say, cyberbullies. Are these the kind of people that may have done it in the past at school or in the streets, or they're just too cowardice to go face to face with somebody? They may have been bullied. They may have, they've just got a hate for life so much that they feel like they've got to go and impose it on others. But
they don't see the correlation. They don't see they turned out to be what they hated.
Yeah,
that's the issue, and they have justification for it. In their own mind. That is. Yeah. I'm not saying that the justification is right. When people respond and they lose their shit, say things that they wouldn't normally say. But if you attack people's children, or you turn around and say things like, we're going to get your ex, do an interview with your ex to show what you like, etc. Right? Yeah. There might be bloody good reasons why that relationship failed.
And also,
such as that, they were being bullied by the person and they walked away from it. They were strong enough to.
Yeah. You don't know. I mean, we know about exes and how scornful we can be towards each other afterwards. Yeah. Some exes only remember the bad times, but they totally put the good times to one side, don't they? They forget about all that because of the breakup. It's like if they're traumatized, but they're not. They're just obsessed with like all the bad things about you. And then when they're interviewed, they may just come out with stuff that will enforce the picture that's trying to be painted there.
Yeah. Hello, 9mm. How you doing?
357. Oh, 9mm. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sig.
Yeah. Sig. I'm just having a quick look at it.
9mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a statement.
You've been on YouTube a hell of a long time, mate, compared to most. Jeez. Tell you what, you've got some lovely dogs there. I misread that. I thought it said shit snow nuts. That's what it does. You know what I mean. Oh, brilliant. I'll tell you what. Just because of the dogs, I'll give you, I'll sub to you, mate. And I'm going to like one of your videos as well, because I think anything to do with dogs is great, especially when they're playing. It's more fun when the dogs start to play the cats and they pick them up and they carry them around. I've seen that as well.
Oh,
that's
in a sec. I'll tell you what we've been watching. You might like this, talking about cats and dogs. Can I just say that video that AGM's put up? It's the 17th Grammys. Paul Simon and John Lennon co-presenting the Grammy for Record of the Year.
Oh right, okay.
But if you like cats and dogs, Jay and myself have been. We discovered a channel from Russia, I think it was, where.
Why does that not surprise me?
I've subbed to it, but they found this. They rescued this little panther that had been abandoned or dropped off from a traveling circus, and they've raised it. They've been raising it for, actually, I'm not sure at the moment, but it's been years. It's been about 3 years at least, maybe 4 years, and they've also got a Rottweiler, and this Rottweiler took on this panther from a kitten. Or a cub, kitten, cub. I'm not sure what a panther terminology is, but a cub. It's grown up. They've grown up together, and it's lovely. It's like watching the Fox and the Hound in real life. It really is. But this panther is starting to outgrow the Rottweiler, and they're worried now that it may actually outgrow the dog that it grew up with. But you see some of these videos. It's absolutely beautiful to see them both like playing together, pushing around in the snow. It really.
7-day-old panther kitten.
Yes.
You say it's a kitten because it's a cat.
It's a kitten. It's called Luna the Pantera. If you want to look at the channel, Kim, or Luna Pantera. If you put in Luna and Pantera, sure it'll come up. It's beautiful. It really is.
Well, if someone puts the link in, we can all go and have a look.
Oh, could do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think you can get. I don't know whether you can play a clip or not. I've got to be careful about copyright shite.
Yeah, sure. I'll get
But,
unless Jay's on it. Jay might be on it actually.
But yeah, I was going to say, if you just put the link in somewhere, so many videos of animals living with different animals, it's amazing. Yeah, do you know what? Maybe we should, as human beings, take a leaf out of the Animal Kingdoms book and get on with other people.
Oh, there it is. Thank you, Jay. Luna.
Cheers, Jay. Well, I know somebody's going to go and subscribe to that channel.
It's absolutely beautiful. It is. Watching a Rottweiler and a Panther in harmony.
No. Look at what's pinned.
I was Mrs. Slocum. I was Mr. Slocum and his pussy. What?
Well, you know he's going to go and visit his channel, don't we?
Mr. Slocum.
Yes, Grim, you said it, bro. I said what? I'm not sure. I've said a lot of things, mate.
Yeah, Kim, definitely. It's learn unconditional love from dogs. Yeah, exactly. They just don't they? They just yeah. And then that's the problem. Sorry,
I was going to say, it's a true fact, right? Believe it or not, it's a true fact. Okay, that you can own a dog, right? Because a dog is so dumb it loves anybody, right? Including the masters that beat them. Right?
I was just going to say that. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, but you can't own a cat. A cat owns you.
Oh, yes.
The cat decides, and that's the difference between the two species, is that the cat is the one, that makes the decisions. Nobody else. Look at this.
Oh, I didn't see that there. Just
sorry.
My best friend. Now, that's a term. Best friend, not a pet. Best friend. My cat of 15 years, bless her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rest in peace. I mean, people claim ownership. I've kept dogs in the past. I've never owned them. They've always become my friends and my companion. And if more people treat their animals like that, then there wouldn't be.
You just used the what's the word I'm thinking? The dreaded thing I owned.
Exactly.
You shouldn't own. They choose. They should have the right to choose. Dogs, unfortunately, don't have the same brain capacity as a cat.
Oh, cats.
Don't ask me why. It's a cat. And James is right. A cat makes a pet of you. It's the opposite way around. I've got 2 cats, right? And at night time, whenever I settle down, the youngest cat always comes along, wants a stroke, and just say good night. Whereas a dog will jump up and try and lick you to death and then fall asleep next to you and try and push you off the bed so it can get more of the bed. And there have been times when she succeeded. Never mind your pug.
Pug's my fur baby. Oh, pugs. I mean, I do like pugs and Frenchies. Are they French bulldogs?
Oh, poodles.
Frenchies.
Ambag dogs.
They are ambag dogs, yeah, and they're multi-signed, aren't they? They're bred that way.
Yes, that's the trouble.
But I know, yes, it is.
It leads to so many health problems for them. I think it's cruel from that perspective. However, it's not the animal's fault.
No.
At the end of the day. I always felt good that my cat chose me as a companion. Yeah.
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 Because they will.
Well, the other cat. Yeah, the other cat. I mean, they're both house cats. The other one's older. She hated him when he first turned up. Now they're best mates. They're like, chalk and cheese at times. And they also have their moments with each other, which I find hilarious because they tell each other off as well. And the dog's stuck in the middle between them, so he just chases them. Sheep.
There's-
I should say.
I gotta say, there's a dog, Walter Jeffrey, 5-star dog in a 2-star world. Walter Jeffrey is an absolute sensation on YouTube.
Oh, right.
They're singing Frenchie. Good start.
Kim rescued a pug, but he wasn't a pup. I hate to say the difference, but how would you know? They don't grow much. Walk into Harris, you say a handbag, it comes with a free pug.
My youngest
That's if you're a bloke. That's if you're a bloke. If you're a woman, it comes with a French poodle.
Sweet little creatures, though. But yeah, you're right. With the breathing problems, the noses and stuff, they can develop. Any of those dogs can't they? Like chow and stuff. Yeah.
Trouble is with dogs, there's so many Heinz 57s that get left behind. Everybody wants a pedigree of some description, you know.
Well,
and it's the Heinz 57s that do end up getting put to one side.
Well,
shall we say?
That's society for you. It's just like the fashion industry and the body, whatever you call it, with models and all that. Yeah, the next trend. I mean, if you look over time, like once it was Dobermans, then Rottweilers, then Staffordshires, then and now that I'd say the trend at the moment is like pugs and Frenchies, isn't it? I mean, in 10 years' time, it'll be something else. And
what's that link for, Jade?
Let's have a look. Is that for Walter Jeffrey by any chance?
I know she puts the link in, which is great, but she doesn't say what it's for.
It's Walter G. It's a star. He really is. We love Walter Jeffrey. Singing. If only we could play it. In fact, I don't know if we can because we may be able to. I'm not sure. Because people actually share Walter's videos on their own channels, and I'm not even sure if they have. I think they have permission.
We'd have to check it out, but the general rule.
You got to check out
the general rules. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of opening up a channel just up for opening boxes.
What, like what's call them? Seriously, what, empty boxes, or are you talking about buying stuff off the deep web?
Well, no, not you.
Or coffins, even.
Yeah, well, I can do reviews on the things that I buy. I mean, like the mics, for instance, that I've got and whatnot. I've still got the boxes. I can put them in, and I can do a reveal. And talk about it, that sort of thing. I'd make flaming fortune doing that. Trouble is, I find it boring.
I do that kind of thing, but it's normally on my OnlyFans, isn't it, Jay? Unboxings. Seriously. What's that?
I'll open my box cam if you want. By the way, she's only joking. She's emphasized that.
What's that Kim said? Only had 5 good years. He wasn't handbag size. He's heavy. Lol. Good breather. Had eye drops every day, twice a day. Is that steroids in food? For skin? More responsibility than my son. Well, that's it. I mean, they are. They're just like children, aren't they? Animals are just like children. If they're treated, they should be treated like children. Because they are. They're part of the family. They become part of the family.
Please don't be offended by this, anybody, but I knew a bloke who was really good breather until he died. I'm being serious, actually. His name was Airhead. That was his nickname. He could run for miles and miles and miles and not be out of breath. Couldn't understand it. And unfortunately for him, he choked on a pea.
Oh, what?
Yeah, pea went down the wrong way. He was telling a joke and he started to laugh, breathed in, pea got lodged. No one knew what to do. He died there and then.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I got there not long after his death, and people were telling me, and I just said the same thing. Well, he was a good breather until he got all choked up. I mean, I just didn't know what to say.
What? I don't know if you're serious here. You're joking, right?
No.
He was a good breather, he got choked up.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the first thing that I said.
Are you taking the pee?
No, I wouldn't take the pee.
He was.
I think I am. BBC?
Hey, DeWitt.
I was one of the senior first aid officers at a county cricket club, right?
Yeah.
And we got a call to say that there was somebody who wasn't very well and they'd fallen down the steps at the members' end, right? So we go walking around there and we get told to go in blue. And I looked at my colleague who was with me, who happened to be a paramedic, and I said, well, we've got 3 minutes. He said, yeah, there's no rush. And I said, well, they need to practice anyway.
Oh.
So we get there, right? The guy's in full cardiac arrest, and the first aiders, the first responders are going hammer and nail. You can actually hear the ribs go as they're doing the compression, so you know they're doing it right.
Yeah.
And they're working on him, and I said, are you going to tell him or shall I? He said, I'll go and tell him. Went over and pronounced him life extinct there and then.
Bloody hell.
He'd been gone for some time. Anyway, I turned round and I said, don't forget to get their age, from anybody who knows. And he shouted back and he said, he's 91. I said, well, bloody hell, he had a good innings. Bloody relatives were stood behind me.
Oh. You have a grim sense of humour.
Oh. Well, I handle death in the normal, sarcastic way that I do, but everyone to their own.
Yeah.
It was a good job I didn't know the guy. It would have made it even funnier, but the first one I did know, and that is a true story. Yeah. It was just when it said he was a good breather. I thought, oh no, I remember that. I thought, yeah. 91, a good run, yeah. He was pulled out though, pulled over. But one of the paramedics turned around and said, yeah, they did a great job. They managed to do 6 ribs. I said, is that all? There's no space. What a thing to say at a cricket club. Well, it's the right thing to say, really. What else was I going to say, Runner in the pea. But it just goes to show you, even that something the size of a pea, can cause someone to have life extinct. Ashcash. Why are so many doctors at cricket clubs? They rush to sign the death certificate because they get 37 quid. It's true. And then, at the height of the pandemic, they couldn't get enough doctors in, so they doubled the amount. So all of a sudden, there's all these doctors available on wards. Not doing anything, just waiting. They're worse than me, Grim Reaper. Died with a penis. Tasted it.
It's getting worse.
Tell you what, you guys crack me up. That runner got peed off. Anymore? Come on. You got to look. We've had good innings. We've had bowled over. We've had the pea jokes. There's got to be some others. Get your creative juices going, and let's see what the best one is.
We have to laugh at that. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, you
I think 91 and a bit not out was good.
There's nothing we can do about it. You got to face it with a smile.
Well, there's only two things certain: you're born, you die, and somewhere in the middle you pay tax. So technically, there's three. You know, but it's what we do which is the most important thing. And this is why I was saying, you know, people coming here to have a bit of a laugh, and if I can take the mickey out of a situation, I will do. And if it offends people, then my apologies, because it's not meant to. It's meant to be humorous.
Mm-hmm.
He got peed off.
Peed off.
Well, I can tell you a few stories about some other places, but well, not tonight. I could tell you about the guy who went on a place called Granada Studios tour. It's a 45-minute tour through everything that ITV did back in the heyday. And there's a guy who started the tour in a wheelchair. He ended the tour in a wheelchair. Somewhere between the two, he died. We don't know where, even to this day.
What?
The carer didn't know, and nobody else knew. I walked past the guy, and I went, "He's a bit white."
Well, the carer was pushing the wheelchair. It wasn't like he was rolling his own chair.
No, he wasn't rolling his own chair. He had somebody pushing him.
Oh.
And yes, it was a bit hot. At the time, there was an issue with the air conditioning, like it didn't work. So people would come dressed for the day with loads of coats on and whatnot. By the time they got halfway around the tour, they start falling. It got to a point where I was suggesting putting mattresses out for people to sort of break the fall a bit, and you could go to sleep. But this one was funny because nobody knew. And there was the police came down to investigate. The coroner wanted to come down to inspect the tour. Blah blah blah. Oh, it's so funny. It was like an episode of Coronation Street, but in real life. You know, we had a guy who decided he wanted to climb parts of Baker Street, right outside of Sherlock Holmes's establishment. You know, the mock-up.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realise that the actual building wasn't real. He fell 20 foot. Bounced well, allegedly. He survived. He was all right. Hey up, it's Eyes on the Audit. Mellows, how you doing, my friend?
Eyes on.
We're just talking about stupid death scenes. You see, I've not always been the Grim Reaper. I've been around death a lot, but I did get a nickname of Dr. Death because everywhere that I went, there was some sort of catastrophe. One place it followed me, I think. Well, no, it actually happened just after I left. There was a guy doing some maintenance work on a roller coaster. He didn't hear the signal for the cars to be tested because he was a little bit deaf and he didn't have the radio earplug in his ear. We know that because we found it a bit later because he stuck his head up at the wrong time. They found his body on the floor and his head on the other side, waiting for it to come around again. It just rolled. It was hilarious, apparently.
Wow.
The company in charge of the place got fined quite a lot of money by the Health and Safety Committee. Corporation. Sorry, what's it called? Department of Health and Safety. That's it.
Yeah.
He was a government quango. Yeah, they got fined a lot of money for it because they should have had other safety things in place. You know, like I suggested afterwards not employ someone who's deaf to do that job, or give them proper hearing aids, something. We've had a one of these things that went round in a circle on a boat, all the way up in the air, that round, right? And I asked it when I first saw it, I went, so what happens when it stops vertically at the top? And he said, it can't happen, it can't happen. So I reiterated what I said. Can't happen, it can't happen. 2 days later, first couple of days of it being open, it stops halfway up. Of course, panic stations all over the place. And I'm walking around with a bucket underneath. And someone said, what are you doing? I'm the first aider. I'm just looking to where I think the most blood is going to come from, so I can collect it. And then someone turned around to me and said, you should climb up there to see how they are. And I turned around and said, they can come down and see me. What do you think I am, Spider-Man? I got told off for that one.
Have you done just first aid in the workplace, or have you ever been involved with like St. John's Ambulance or anything like that, or volunteer first responders?
No, I got paid.
You got paid?
I was professional.
Oh, right. Okay.
I was actually paid to do the job. Without me being on site, the site couldn't be open.
Right.
My job was to ensure there was at least one first aid person trained for the whole site, and we were talking an 80-acre site to cover. So technically, you only needed one, but on busy days, you needed as many as you could get hold of. There was one particular hot day, and we dealt with over 2,000 wasp stings. Nobody's fault. It wasn't. All the bins were being emptied as quickly as practical, but we still had loads of wasps. Anyway, I got challenged by the mother of some little scallywag from Liverpool. And don't take it the wrong way, anybody. I love Liverpool, especially the M62 on the way out. But anyway, she's whinging about the amount of wasps there are, and I turned around and said, well, we do try to control them. We asked them to line up at the gate there, just outside. I said, but like the Scousers, they go over the wall. She shut up. Don't know why. Management said to me, yeah, so what did you say to upset the customer? I said, what customer? Well, you spoke to somebody's mother. I said, no, I was treating to a casualty, and some battle axe butted in. So what do you expect me to do? My priority is the person I'm treating. I don't care about anything else. You should shut the fuck up when I'm talking and when I'm dealing with a casualty. Yeah. Or words of that expression. Anyway, nothing happened. Never did. They sent all the radios back. Well, they hired 20. I think they sent back 15, left 5 radios on the site in total. So I walked in, sat down. I went, what time do you think you're going to be opening? They didn't hear part of it for some reason. And they went, oh, normal time, 10 o'clock. Really? How many radios have you got on site? So she went, 5. Okay. And she told me who they went out to. She had one. Each of the 4 divisional area managers, catering rides, etc., they all had one. So I said, and first aid? And they went, we haven't got one. You don't open. I said, what am I supposed to do? Sit by a fucking telephone all day waiting for someone to ring it? Do I look like the 999 people? Am I a call centre? No, I'm mobile. So they went, right, okay. I said, you've got the weekend coming up, haven't you? Yeah. You're going to be busy. Nod your head. And she went, yeah. So I need at least 2 radios because there's 2 first aiders. One on one side of the park, one on the other. Bear in mind, we've only got 3 minutes to get somewhere. What are you going to do? Got up, walked out, went and sat in the first aid room, waiting for a phone call to prove a point. She phoned me mobile, so I walked in and said, are you a casualty? And if so, how the fuck did you get my mobile number? She said, you're taking the piss, aren't you? I said, no, I'm just telling you what the law is. Have a nice day now. Oh, by the way, I'm borrowing the company car again so I can get home. Because that season, part of my negotiation was that they provided me with transport. Because I didn't have any at the time. And they had no cover. So, yeah, I got them over a barrel on that one as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a perk. That's a real perk, that is.
Yeah, especially as it was tax-free. And then some bastard put a complaint in that I was being treated differently to them.
Too fairly.
No. Fucking snowflake. That's all I'll say. He found out I had a company car.
Who told him? Wasn't you, wasn't it?
It wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be rubbing anything in, any salt in the wounds. But when I moved location, I took his job. I kept walking in every day, and he said, "Well, what are you doing here?" I said, "Oh, just working for security these days." I was supposed to have started a new job this week, but apparently they've got to get a building ready for me. Oh, what building's that? I said, well, you see that old shed over there that's got nothing in? They're spending 10 grand on that to do it up. So I have a first aid room because the first aid room is in the wrong place.
Oh, where would that have been? Too far away, basically, or what do you mean the wrong place?
It was inside the building rather than be the main building. So when an ambulance turned up, it blocked everything.
Right, I see.
So basically, if you're having an ambulance, you want it to be in and out as quickly as possible and as unobtrusively as possible.
Yeah.
All right. So I had it moved right next to the gates. And they said, what do you want in it? I gave them a list of things to do. And I got all but one thing. I didn't get that until the day I started. And that was my ex-boss presenting me with a radio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she'd moved from the other place. She was the one who brought me in because she knew I wouldn't take any shit from anyone. So that was the reason why we did it. And she heard about what had happened because she was the one who authorized the car. Now, like sweet revenge. And it wasn't me. I just rubbed it in.
Did you say you'd done security too? Did you mention that you'd done security?
I was working with security.
Oh, working with security. You wasn't.
Yeah, I was employed to sit at a car park that was absolutely empty and let anybody park on there.
Right. Right.
I had a cabin, access to the internet as it was, which was actually there wasn't any. I had a TV in the corner, and I used to just sit there all day and get paid for 12 hours a day, doing absolutely nothing. So every time I had the opportunity to nip over the road, more or less, I would rub salt in this guy's face. I was quite blatant about it as well.
You must have been bloody annoying, seriously.
Well, I'd just walk in and sit down and have a coffee. I'd use his tea, his coffee, his milk. I didn't give a shit. And when he turned around to me and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm using up your wastage."
I mean, how times have changed. Yeah, I bet all you had to do was like the only distraction, either a book or a newspaper or something like that. And like today, you see the security guards, or well, people in the little boxes with their mobile phones or a tablet or a computer, sitting there just enjoying the internet. Nothing else to do.
If someone had come up back in the day, you know, and doing that, you'd have a conversation.
Yeah,
You wouldn't question what they were doing. You know, well, it's an empty car park, fill it. Do what you like. I don't care. Well, why are you here? I have no idea, but they're paying me. And it was the days before you had to do the SIA shit as well.
Well,
so anyone could be a security guard.
I was going to ask that. How long has that been in effect? I wasn't sure whether it's a new thing or.
It's fairly new within the last 20 years, I would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right. I mean, before then, anybody could have been given the position as security. They just give them a
it came in because of bouncers, basically, because bouncers were run by small crook families or bigger crook families, and it was just burly blokes who really didn't give a monkeys. They just wanted to fight, and they got paid for it, even better. It wasn't regulated or anything like that, and it needed doing. So, I mean, I personally got no issues with it. But that was hilarious. Those reminiscing back in the day. Yeah, he had a good innings. Trip down memory lane, Grim Reaper style. And do you know something?
What's up?
Do you know something, Stanger?
What's up?
Not one of the people who heard that or are going to listen to this later, because I know there'll be people, will know whether it's true or not.
Is it?
I shall leave that up to you. Because all the places I've worked at have gone. Sold all the records. They don't exist anymore.
I was going to say, talking of trips down memory lane, nobody's noticed, I don't think. There's a little banner floating below us. And I thought, well, let's see if this works. See if anybody notices. See if
anybody actually reads it.
Yeah, see if anybody actually reads it. But we'll just leave it at that. Sorry, we can carry on chatting, and that can carry on there if you like. We can see how that works.
Well, you carry on doing what the hell it likes. I don't mind. I'm disappearing in about 10 minutes. So if you want to carry on,
well,
that's entirely up to you.
If anybody wants to participate, then I could go on for about another half an hour. But I really am knackered out today, and I do need to get an early-ish night for the.
Yeah, that's what I'm after. I've got a long day tomorrow. I've got to train some people on how to use certain things on the website, because people are saying, I want to join. I've noticed that, but I don't know the answer. I'm Googling. I'm not
Googling it. All right, I'll read it out, because I did think about that, actually, the phones. That's why I'm thinking, like, next time I'll probably put it up on where my little ghost is there. It says, who was the first Prime Minister to occupy 10 Downing Street? So, I mean, we could read it out and leave it up there to remind people.
The very first one.
The very first Prime Minister to occupy 10 Downing Street, yeah.
How long we had a Prime Minister for? That's the first question. Second question is, 10 Downing Street is only fairly new in the last 100 years or so.
Exactly. This is the first Prime Minister to occupy 10 Downing Street, not the first Prime Minister of England. You're absolutely right.
So it'd be before Macmillan.
Oh yeah, yes.
Well
Not
before.
Pitt. It wasn't Pitt.
Brad.
Brad Pitt. Right. Rhyming slang, isn't it? It's like, no, it wasn't Brad. It wasn't Pitt.
Oh, that's a Scargill. Oh no, he never made it.
To make, if there's no success, I could give you the initials if it helps. It's
Oh, go on.
RW.
No, it's not him. I thought it was H.R. Puff and stuff.
No, it wasn't Churchill. Oh, hi, Cheeky Sprite. It
Hello,
wasn't Churchill.
Cheeky.
The initials are RW. And to be honest, I've never.
Ray Winston?
Sorry?
Ray Winston?
Ray Winston.
You said RW.
Ray Winston, yeah. It could be. Can't remember.
God, he'd have made a good Prime Minister. Can't remember the first name. Well, you were there.
But she is actually right. If anybody can remember the first name before I put the answer up. No.
Raymond Walpole.
Not Raymond. No. It's a common
not
name.
Ray. Richard.
Common name. Dick Whittington. Richard Whittington. All right, I'll give you the answer to that one. There we go. Of course, it's Robert. It's one of those names, isn't it? Sir Robert Walpole.
God.
Have you heard of that one?
No, before my time.
Sir Robert Walpole. All right. I guess.
All right, clever clogs. What year?
I have no idea. I got these from a book.
Hang on. Whoa. Wait a minute. Are you telling me you researched that question and didn't pick up the answer?
No, I didn't
The
research
full
the
answer.
question. It came from a bumper book of pub quizzes.
Oh, right.
Right. So it doesn't.
Right. And for a bonus point, that don't mean nothing, right? Somebody Google it. I'd love to know the year.
Yeah, okay. Let's Google it.
When from and to. Because I mean, for instance, he could have lasted 46 days, which is why he's not the shortest prime minister.
Okay.
In
Here we go.
power, I mean.
Former Chancellor of the
Not in
Exchequer. Google 1735. Are you serious, Jay? Yeah, I think actually, by the looks of it, yeah. Oh. Wow.
That got you. Have you got a picture of Downing Street at that time, by any chance? I bet there's no gates on there.
1735. Hang on, what's this? We've got previous offices. First Lord of the Treasury of the United Kingdom, 1721 to 1742. Born in 1676 in Horton. Died 18th of March, 1745, London.
How long was he in power for?
Just about to
That was a question.
The office of Prime Minister developed in Britain in 18th century when King George I ceased attending meetings of his ministers, and it was left to the powerful premiers to act as government chief executive. So Robert Walpole is generally considered to have been Britain's first prime minister. Oh, okay. It doesn't say anything more than that.
Oh, God. So it wasn't actually the right answer to the right question.
Wait, we're going to have to rely on Wiki here, aren't we? All right.
Wiki or encyclopedia, shite all.
Oh, dear. When? Monarchs proceeded, Fifth Lord of the Treasury.
When was the first Prime Minister? When did the Prime Minister first enter 10 Downing Street?
Hang on, that's 1705. Has anybody else got it yet? Read. So where's the Prime Minister bit then? Rise to power, decline. Oh. Life, legacy. Oh, come on. Do we really? I'm trying to quickly read between the lines, and I'm just probably skipping it all over the place here. I don't know. You had to make things complicated, didn't you, Grim? Can't Google without leaving. Inherit Walpole Estate. I mean, it should be just there. First Prime Minister of Great Britain, right? In office, right. 3rd of April, 1721, till the 11th of February, 1742. Oh, right. So that's 20 years, 21 years, isn't it? 1721 to 1742 in office. "21 years he was in office. That's a long time, isn't it? Under George III and George II.
Yeah, so 10 Downing Street, the locale of British Prime Ministers since 1735. Vines of White House has been the important political building anywhere in the world in modern era. Behind the black door, a door have been taken the most important decisions affecting Britain for the last 275 years. There you go. I found it out straight away.
Oh, well, you can do that bit, can't you? Yeah. There you go then.
I just Googled it.
I am not Googling the next, or whatever. I'm not looking up the next question because, yeah, this could go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you very much for joining the Grim Reaper radio show. This has been your support entertainment only. Okay. We are not, well, I am not going to be carrying on any longer. I'm going to be stepping down. I'm just turning off the signal over to Twitch because we've been broadcasting there. We should still be on, hopefully, on YouTube. I'm going to leave this door open for Stango to finish off and to say his goodbyes. That could last for 10 minutes, half an hour, 4 hours, wherever he feels like. On Sunday, please go to the website. Please catch us there. More information around the bullying. I don't mind discussing it on there. I can rant and rave as much as I like, and I can call people out. I won't do it on here because I always said we'd have this as a drama-free zone. So that'll be on the over on the website. The links are in the description. So please feel free to use them. And I was told and confirmed that they are all working. So all things being equal, you'll be able to catch us there. Just one thing, haven't seen Mrs. J today. Hope she's okay. Yeah, she's fine. I spoke to her earlier. She's allowed out. That's what I'll say. No, the meds that she's been on has meant that she's had to stay indoors. So she's probably taken a bit of advantage and gone out and had a decent day out. I know she has some friends anyway around earlier. Right, I shall see you here this time next week. Well, 8:15 till now. Stangu, it's all yours. Oh, and Miss J, if you want to come up, I'm sure you'll put the link in the chat because I don't think it's gone in yet. See you later, folks.
Cheers,
Take care.
Peace.
You're welcome. You know, this is what, the third time this week I've done this to you, fourth time?
Oh, no. Talking about being put on the spot here. Oh, my God, but I've got somebody to help me out now. Hello there.
Oh, I go. She turns up. Oh, I know what it's like. Watch these two to go on for hours. See you later, Jay. Thank you. Bye.
I don't know why I'm here. I just don't What do you want me to do? You just said,
Well,
you just summoned me.
you can help me out with some information, can't you? Like on the questions.
Oh, go
Like,
on.
say, for instance, the next question, I'll put the question up there, and it is, where is it? There we go. Right, the question is, and while
I know the answer to that one.
you know, the
Straight away.
Kelpies, you know this, the Kelpies sculptures near Falkirk are based on which animal? I mean, I think some people would find this easy, actually, wouldn't they? The
Yeah.
Kelpies, Kelpies, Kelpies. The Kelpies sculptures near Falkirk are based on which animal? Do we need to research this, or or do you know the history behind? Well, without giving the answer away, anyway, what the Kelpies were all about,
Yeah, I do.
or why? So I don't know them. I've not been there. I bet you've been there, haven't you? You've seen them.
No, I've not been there. I've only seen them in photographs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they large or
Yeah,
very large, or life
Yeah.
size, or larger than life?
larger.
Right. Oh, right. Right. I can imagine the pictures you've been looking at there. So, yeah, we have an answer in the chat, I believe. And I think that answer is absolutely correct. It is horses. So, what is the Kelpie the breed of horse, or is it something to do with where the horses come from? Jay, you're muted. Oh, she's left me.
What? Sorry, no, I'll tell you why. I Googled it to check the size, and yeah, they're mega. You can huge.
Right. So they are actually like a landmark.
Oh, DeWitt's been there. Brilliant.
I visited them when the Falkirk lift near it. Is that, what kind of lift is that? Is it a boat lift or Falkirk? Do you know? I don't think I've been to Falkirk. I haven't. I've not been to Falkirk. I don't know anything about Falkirk. The Falkirk lift. Is that like one of those water lifts, those boat lifts that raise the water very high, or are we talking about something else here, like a bridge?
I don't know.
Is that for butts? Is that for butts? Boat. A butt lift. Boats, even.
I could do with a butt lift, actually, yeah.
Yeah, on the canal.
A butt lift on the anal canal. Sorry. What? Wait, on the canal. Sorry.
Right. Here we go. Right, I've seen one of those in Canada, and I think it was either the largest in Canada or the largest in the world. But it was it was massive. It was like looking up at a block of flats. This lift was. I did get some pictures and footage of it, but it was absolutely massive. Great structure. Right, so it was one of those then. All right, next question. Let's move on. Right. Do you want to read it? You got a better voice than me for reading questions, haven't you? Or shall I read it?
Oh, hang on then.
Oh, actually, you're doing the.
Okay. In which decade was the National Cyber Security Centre established in the UK?
Right. Annual. Annual. In which decade was the National Cyber Security Centre established?
The NCSC.
To those in the know.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's not going to be that old, really, is it? Surely. So we got 70s from Cheeky Sprite. The 70s. I mean, you'd think it would be possible, but it's not that old. 80s. So we're going to go through. We're going to go through the decades now. Again, the 80s, when we were talking about it earlier, when like home computers were first being brung into the home, weren't they? No, it wasn't the 80s. Definitely not the 60s. Yeah, Cheryl guessing. Oh, hi, Cheryl. 90s. No, it wasn't the 90s.
Noughties. Was it the naughty? What do you call them? The double O's.
Noughties. The noughties.
No.
Hang on, I'm trying to think which
I
one's the noughties.
I don't know the answer to this one, by the way. I'm just guessing, like everybody else.
No, I don't think it was the noughties. It wasn't the noughties. No.
What? So it wasn't even after like 2001 because of all that fuss? Wow.
Nope.
Nope.
No, that's the noughties, isn't it? 2000s.
Yeah.
But so there's only one more
No,
to go up.
2010s. The 2010s then?
Well, what do we call them?
I don't know.
Are they known as the teenies?
I don't know.
The teens. Well, it was actually the teens. It was actually 2016. So that's the
Oh, that's
teens.
not actually not that long ago then, is it?
No, exactly. Not that long ago at all. 2016 was when well, it says the decade, but it was actually 2016.
Yeah, but the Cybermen have been out since the 60s. So why are they only just being secured now? Have they only just realised that they're naughty?
Yeah. 2000 onwards is the noughties, ain't it? Yeah, but I think like when it gets to the teens, it's known as the teens or the teenies or whatever. It depends how old you are, I guess, doesn't it? I just call it the 2000s, the whole lot. Cameron? What?
Why did Cameron bring it in?
Oh, of course, Cameron. I thought it guessed the next answer right, so I'm gonna have to change the question now.
Oh, okay. I can't see the questions.
Yeah, it would have been Cameron, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cameron would have introduced it into. Oh, right. Here's a very
But
easy
it's
one.
funny because he doesn't like having his camera on, does he? I mean, you know.
Oh, Jay.
Okay.
It's Cameron. Now, this is going to be one of those quick on the buzzer questions now. This one is so easy, Cameron. Here we go. Do you want to read this one very quickly?
Which Wiltshire monument is a focal point for the celebration of the summer and winter solstices? Which Wiltshire monument is a focal point for the celebration of the summer and winter solstices?
Wiltshire
monument. It's funny because it's a natural monument. Well, there we go.
A natural monument? Did it grow there, did it?
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best possible answer for that one because, like, there's no way they could have drug those rocks all that far because Cheeky Sprite got it right, of course.
They weren't quarried, they just sprang up out of the ground.
They did.
It's like the hydra's teeth. You plant the hydra's teeth and they grew up.
Yeah. It's where Blue John Stone, is it Blue John? I think it's just called Blue John, isn't it? The stone. It's where it grows naturally. No, Cheeky Sprite. No, he didn't really grow.
I was having a laugh. I was being
We're just being silly. But yeah, absolutely. It was Stonehenge. Right, next question. Bear with me. I've got to do this copy and pasting. At least I'm not messing up with the mixing at the moment. There we go. It's a lot of copy and pasting, but never mind. There we go. Next question.
Who was the UK leader of the opposition from 2001 to 2003?
Do you know the answer to this one?
No, I can't think. Leader of the opposition, 2001, 2003.
I took a brilliant picture of the sunrise there as a silhouette of a bloke dancing on top of it. That's from DeWitt. Oh, cool. Cool. As in like a druidy type person or just somebody dancing. Dancing on top of the stone, you mean? On top of the stone, not on top of the hill. Wow. Cheeky Sprite's got an answer. Some plonker in Parliament. Absolutely, you got it.
I can't even remember that far back to 2001, 2003.
Well, DeWitt's guessing at Duncan Smith or Cameron. What do you reckon, Jay?
No, I couldn't even tell you who was PM.
So long ago, isn't it?
No, I don't want to think that far back.
No, when we just hit the millennium, it was like, whoa, it seems like yesterday, and now it's like, whoa. Whoa, so long ago. Yeah, a raver on top. He got arrested afterwards. Oh, it's yeah.
Arrested for dancing. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, it's like Footloose, isn't it? They made a movie. Yeah. Actually, DeWitt was correct. He wasn't Cameron. He was actually Ian Duncan Smith. Ian Duncan Smith. Arrested for dancing. Okay, next question then. Let's get the next one ready. I'm sure there's a quicker way of doing this.
I'm not doing very well with this quiz.
You might know this one.
Okay.
I think you might know the. Wasn't Blair PM then? Round about that. Was it Blair?
Who cares? They're all as bad as each other.
It probably was Blair, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. This is a very easy one. You'll know this one straight away, and I'm sure somebody will get this.
The UK's 1969 Eurovision winning song, Boom Banga Bang, was performed by which singer? My heart goes boom banga bang, boom banga bang, when you touch me. Boom banga bang, loud in my ear. Pounding away, won't you be mine? I'm probably getting these words wrong, I can't remember. Boom banga bang bang all the time. It's such a lovely feeling. I'm just making this up as I go along.
I think Cheeky Sprite thinks you sound like Petula Clark.
Who? No, I don't think it was Petula Clark, was it?
No, it wasn't Petula Clark. It wasn't Petula Clark, no.
No.
Where was she from, Petula Clark? What neck of the woods was she from?
Downtown. That's where that's Petula Clark.
Yep, that's the one. Wasn't it re-released at some point with, was it the Pet Shop Boys or somebody else? Didn't she re-release it, that Downtown?
I don't remember.
No, I'm not sure.
I was never a Pet Shop Boys fan, so I mean that's what put me off Bowie. God, I'm not allowed to mention his name. I always have to mention his name.
You had to. Had to. But no, it wasn't Petula Clark. Imagine like you're busting for the toilet. What do you need?
A wee wee. You need a wee wee. I don't think there was a singer called Wee Wee.
Was it the shoeless one, DeWitt says? You mean Sandy Shaw? No, it wasn't the shoeless one. Sandy Shaw. I liked her Puppet on a String, wasn't it? That one.
Yeah.
Spend a Penny. It was Spend a Penny.
Yeah, that's it. Penny Penny. Right. So Wee Wee, Penny Penny, or
Penny Lane. It wasn't Penny Lane. That's the one. What's that? Oh, Perunia Palagosi.
What?
Blackwatch. It's Blackwatch. What's it? Perunia Palagosi. What's her name? I can't pronounce her name.
What, Bella Lugosi? I've got going around my head now is Bella Lugosi.
No,
Perunia Paloxi? What? I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, you know who she is.
Yeah.
No, well, another clue. Okay, it's a repetition. The first part of the name, the second part is a repetition of the first part.
Here we go, Luby. Here we go. Sorry.
She went on to have her own TV show, I believe. And was she part of any band? She was from Liverpool, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was Liverpoolian and she had her own show and she did sing a Bowie song. But not to mention his name. Right, there we go.
I'm surprised nobody's got this one. Penny Lou. Penny Lou. You're getting close. Lulu. There you go. Penny Lou.
Well done.
Toilet. That's Needwards.
WC.
Potty.
Potty. Go on.
Here we go then. The next one.
In which decade did the Tyne and Wear Metro light rail network open? Hey, that's a bit specific. In which decade did the Tyne and Wear Metro light rail network open? Okay.
Too grim with love. That was Lulu. You're right, Black Watch. Too grim with love. Oh yeah, well she was in that movie, wasn't she? Thinking about that, she was in the movie with John Alderton, wasn't she? At the end, didn't she turn up, or was it just the music?
I can't remember.
No, I watched it recently. That movie, To Serve with Love. I'm not sure whether she turned up in it. Here we go again. Cheeky Sprite. 80s, 70s. We're going through all the 60s. Do what we do with the 60s.
Why would anybody but anyone who lives in Tyne and Wear be bothered about that? Is it special? Is it famous? Did it do something?
Was it the first, maybe? I don't know. Like I said. But the answer is there. The answer's there in the chat. When do you reckon it was, Jay?
70s.
Yeah.
No?
No, you can't guess again.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't guess again. Where is it even? It says Cheeky Sprite. Tyne and Wear. I thought it was, isn't it like up north, like Newcastle way? Isn't that Tyne? Near there?
Yeah.
It is,
Fog
right?
on the, Fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. Oh, I'm not going to sing that now.
Yeah, it's up north. It's up north. But okay. We'll give you that then. It was the 80s. Well, you should have stuck with your first answer there. It was the 80s. for anybody that cares.
What's so special about it? That's a really obscure question.
I thought your job was to be looking this up. Why don't you have a look and see whether it was the first or the longest or the hardest or whatever?
Longest and hardest. That interests me, but hold on.
And it was actually 1980, as in, yeah, in the 80s. It was 1980. Okay. Well, while you look that up, I'll paste the next question. Are you researching it?
Why? What do you
all
want
right, all right then. Here's the next question. If you're not going to research it.
No, I don't care. Oh, I've missed the beginning of this now. Going across on the panel. Here we go. Which UK rugby union team plays home games at the Liberty Stadium?
We're talking transport still. Well, it depends. You might have to get a train or a bus there. To the
Which UK rugby union team plays home games at the Liberty Stadium?
I would never have got this.
No,
I don't know sports at all, let alone rugby. I mean, certain sports, but not rugby or football or cricket even. Is golf a sport, Jay? By definition, golf.
It's supposed to be, isn't it? But
because it's competitive. I mean, what are the credentials to be a sport?
Well, golf was supposed to be sporty cars, weren't they, when they came out?
Golf. I thought it was just because you had a ball in them. Yeah, golf. I mean, you'd think like physical exercise is involved for a start in a sport, wouldn't you? Not just competitive. But is snooker a sport? And darts, are they sports? They're classed as sport, aren't they? Oh, you've muted up.
Yeah, sorry, I was just checking on something. Wow. I've just checked the answer to that and I wouldn't have known. Anyway.
No. Cheeky Sprite. No, it's not Wales. All bulls. Yeah, exactly. Rugby, basketball. Now, I like a bit of basketball. Well, if I'm honest, I mean netball, but I do like basketball. Basketball. No, I don't think anybody's going to get this. I've never heard of this team, to be honest. Which UK rugby union team plays home games at the Liberty Stadium? I thought maybe somebody would know the stadium, but it's actually the Ospreys. No, it's not Leeds Rhinos. Is that even a team, the Leeds Rhinos? Oh, they're just a bit horny in Leeds. Oh, right. Here's one that you'll get. Here's one that you'll get. And you'll be able to pronounce it. Oh, right. There we go. When's it? Is it a sport or a game? Leeds Rhinos, hubby said apparently. Leeds Rhinos. I'll just have to take your word for that one. The Leeds Rhinos. Oh, your hubbies. Yeah, a sport or a game, because like I would consider like snooker and darts and golf a game, where a sport is athletic agility, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like football, rugby, Olympics, based on Olympic stuff. You don't have snooker or darts in the Olympics or golf even, do you? So that's a good point. That is a good point, actually. Right. Next question. Sorry for anybody that's not English. Well, this isn't even English, so even I wouldn't have got this. Where is it? Golf, just a wasted walk.
Gwyn is Welsh for which colour? Well, Nell Gwyn did have oranges, didn't she? But Gwyn is Welsh for which colour?
Gwyn. It's pronounced Gwyn, is it? No,
Gwyn.
did you say Gwyn?
Gwyn.
Oh.
Go on. It's Gwyn.
Yes. There you go. All right. Cheeky Sprite straight away with white. I'm half Welsh.
Oh, well.
My sympathies, but still, it's not your fault. What? No, I've got Welsh in me too.
I've had
Welsh in me. And you have too, right?
Yep. Yep, on my father's side, hence my surname. Yes, there is Welshness in my ancestry.
Next question, then.
The melon yard and pineapple pit are features of which famous Cornish gardens? The melon yard and pineapple pit are features of which famous Cornish gardens?
The melon yard. It says a bit, around the back of the pub, like, was it 50 pence a feel? I'm just nipping round to the melon yard. And I'll be back from my pint. Cheek Sprite has no idea. The melon yard and pineapple pit are features of which famous Cornish gardens? Pineapple pit. It sounds like the centre bit that you get rid of in the pineapple that's not really there.
Yeah, no, it's not really there, is it? It's just holes, pineapples, rings. They have holes in them.
They do. Yeah. It's like the melon yard. That could be like melon juice that's in one of those yard of ales that you have to neck back in one.
Oh yeah. Yard of melon. Oh, can you imagine that? Can you imagine having a yard of melon in your gob? Wow.
Can't think of the name. That dome thing. Are you talking about the Eden Project? DeWitt. Is that the dome thing? The Eden Project. That's down that way, isn't it? It is that way, isn't it? It's there. No, it's not. If that's what you're thinking, it's not the Eden Project. Unless it's part of the Eden Project.
The only thing I know about that's Cornish is pasties and ice cream and clotted cream and all that stuff. I've never heard of any Cornish gardens.
No.
You could say anything and I wouldn't know. I wouldn't disagree with you because I don't know the answer.
Hey, Gardens of, Halligan. It's actually spelled, I'll put the name up there. It's actually spelled Helligan.
Oh, Helligan. Lost Gardens of Helligan. Oh, I've heard of them. Oh, they in Cornwall? Yeah. I didn't know. Oh, okay.
Scones with clotted cream. Look, you got Cheeky Sprite off now. Absolutely de-wit. Now, I don't know whether it's part of the dome thing or whether it's elsewhere. I have no idea. Do you know, I get the feeling I've been there, but as a young child. I know it begin with a H.
Well, if they were lost, how did you find them? How did you find your way there?
Well, exactly. They're lost. The found gardens of Halligan, there should be. Learn something new. Woo! That's what we aim to do. You know, I wrote these questions down and I'm still learning. Oh, my memory's like a sieve at times. The Lost Gardens of Halligan. I like the name. It sounds proper Celtic, doesn't it? Or at least, you know, from the age of myth.
Oh, I've just missed the start of this, right. In which decade did the Flying Scotsman make its first journey? In which decade?
The Flying Scotsman. I've heard of the, what was it, the Flying Doctor or the Flying Nun?
Is that when he got a draft up his kill? He ended up flying.
That's when we first found out they didn't. Here we go, Cheeky Sprite's at it again. 60s, 40s, 50s. It's like, I'm going to say something now, but actually, one of them is right and also wrong, possibly.
Yeah, because it should say which century. In which decade did the Flying Scotsman make its first journey?
Yeah. And also the century. It's a lucky dip now. Just after the war. Yeah, but which war? It could have been after one of the wars, but not the Second World War. So the clue is one of those answers is actually right, but we need the rest. We need the rest of the date. First World War. When was the first one? No, it wouldn't be the first. When was the First World War? No.
That's 14, 18, 19, 14, 18. You've got to you need to put the 18 in front of something. I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, that was a big hint. That was a big hint. It'd probably be more to do with the Zulus or something. No, Cheeky Sprite. No, D-Wit. No, Cheeky Sprite. There's only one option left. There we go. 1860. It was actually 1862, but yeah, in the 1860s. That was a process of elimination, wasn't it? Here's one. I think D-Wit should get this one, or maybe. Put this one in there. But the process of elimination, it still takes a certain amount of intelligence on a Friday night to do that. There we go.
What is the minimum age at which someone can legally ride a motorcycle, not a moped, in the UK? What is the minimum age at which someone can legally ride a motorcycle, not a moped, in the UK?
Here we go. The first time. 18. No, right.
17, 16, 15, 14. Let's do a countdown.
Right. Okay. See, the thing is, right, when I rode a motorbike, but then I don't know. I thought I was 16 when I could legally ride one, but it is actually Cheeky Sprite's guy. It's 17. It's 17.
It's weird that, because I know my brother used to ride one at 16. I don't think he'd have done that illegally. I don't think he'd been allowed by my parents.
Well, this is what I'm saying. The first bike I rode was when I was about 13, and I rode them, you know, way before I should have, but I could have sworn the legal age was 16, but what would I know about the legal age?
Exactly. I'm sure, because they used to ride them to school. That's the thing. I remember.
And they were
Yeah.
motorbikes, not mopeds.
No,
Not the
motorbikes.
ones from the-
Proper motorbikes. Yeah.
Wow. Right.
Maybe that was back in the day. I don't know. Maybe it's changed recently. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we could have looked up actually. When was that from? But still, it's just a bit of fun. Caucasian Sasquatch, greetings. All right, here we go.
Who was the UK's first prince consort? Who was the UK's first prince consort?
Yep.
Okay. Prince consort.
There you go, D. Witt. There would probably be six formers, Jay.
Yeah, there would have been. Yeah, I was in the sixth form when my boyfriend used to pick me up on his motorbike. Yeah, so yeah,
Was he a
probably.
leader of the pack, was he? Did you meet him at a candy store? No, I met him in the pub.
Yeah, actually, I did meet him in pub. I know. You're right. How did you know?
Don't surprise. Well, you're from up north, aren't you? In pub. So yeah, who was the UK's first? Right. Yeah, I think that's right. Actually, yeah, I was going to give a clue on that, but I'm glad I don't have to now. We'll keep this clean. Yeah, it was Prince Albert, wasn't it? Victoria's Albert, back in 1857. See how that takes me back.
Gosh, that's a bit before my time, to be honest.
She wanted him to feel important. Probably.
Yeah, one can be one's prince consort.
Exactly. There's probably truth behind that. It's like you can't just be Albert, but you move her off. They might confuse you with steptoe and son or something. So the prince consort. There we go. Oh, need to share it, don't I? There we go.
The oldest underwater tunnel in the world lies under which English river? The oldest underwater tunnel in the world lies under which English river?
Oh, cheeky, your phone died. It's okay. There was no numbers involved in this one, so you got off scot-free with that. But if you know this one, the oldest underwater tunnel in the world.
Well, I've got a choice of two, but it depends. Yeah, I was going to say the Thames because there's a very famous one under there, but yeah. Are we right?
Okay, they both got it right. If you can give me the location from where to where, you get an extra point. From what location to what location?
Why were we looking at this the other day? I'm sure a few weeks ago we were looking at the tunnels under the Thames. What were we looking
at? We were.
It was something to do. It was something to do with. Oh gosh, what was that for? Oh gosh, I can't think now.
I'll give them a clue with the initials from R to W. It runs from R to W. No, it's not Dartford. Or Dartford. Dartford. Is that in London? Of course it is, isn't it? Dartford. Is Dartford London?
Yeah, well,
it's
outside of London, isn't it? Really, it's not. You wouldn't think it as being the Thames, as in London Thames bit, would you? Dartford Tunnel.
Dartford Tunnel, of course, yeah. It runs from a place that begins with R to a place that begins with W. Not a clue. Just plump for the oldest city. Well, I mean, I don't even know the first part, the first name, let alone. Actually, I'm going to copy and paste it because I don't want to pronounce it wrong. And richest to afford a tunnel. I mean, there's some logic there, I guess. There's logic there. All right. I'll put the answer in there because I don't. It's not Westminster. Let's put the answer in. I don't know if anyone's going to get this, but the answer's coming up now.
Rotherhithe to Wapping.
Rotherhithe to Wapping. I've heard of Wapping, but I've not heard of Rotherhithe. Rotherhithe. No. And again, I should have because I put these. I've wrote these questions on here. Okay, I don't know how many more. There's only a few more questions actually. Next question.
The early May bank holiday was moved to a Friday in 2020 to mark the 75th anniversary of what event? The early May bank holiday was moved to a Friday in 2020 to mark the 75th anniversary of what event?
Cheeky sprite. Hope he needs to dust his brain because he knew it. That's the problem with some of these. We forget so much. Oh, how many are left? After this one, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 questions left after this one, and then what time is it now? I'm going to have to end it because I've got to get an early night. The early May bank holiday was moved to a Friday in 2020. I mean, that was only 3 years. Well, it's only two years something, really, isn't it? Maybe not.
It was just after the lockdown. Oh gosh. What was the 75th? What was it? The 75th anniversary of?
What event? Queenie's Jubilee? It wasn't actually, Dewitt. It wasn't Queenie's Jubilee. It was something that you wouldn't think could be shifted. Well, same as Queenie's Jubilee. I mean, it happened on a day, although it's a bank holiday for it, isn't it? I mean, sometimes they have to shift. It doesn't actually fall on that day, the day of the event, does it? '75th anniversary. I mean, 75 years since what? What date would that be? 75 years. 1948, would it be?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. 1948. Hang on. Let's see what happened in 1948. Oh, gosh.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh.
What happened in 1948 that we... Cheeky sprite. World War II. That's a simple... Did we have a bank holiday for World War II, Cheeky? I think you're on the right lines, but you're on the right lines, though. Yeah, definitely 1948. So if you can get the actual event or the celebration. I'm surprised somebody didn't. Celebration of veterans. I guess it kind of would be, but it's not. It's not what the. Hang on. It's not vet. I don't think so. Let me just double check this. I'm going to put something in the chat, Jay.
Okay.
Right. That's not. I think it's. I think I know what it is, and I don't think it's Veterans Day, is it? Isn't it? Like.
Yeah, it's not veterans. No.
No, it's not. No, I've got it right then. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not a celebration of veterans.
Think what that first letter actually stands for.
Yeah. Think of Winston Churchill, maybe. And what he used to do when he used to do, what did he used to do? Stick his fingers up and.
Yeah, the wrong way around on purpose, bugger. What was he doing with his fingers? What was he actually signifying?
Yay!
Yay! Well done. Yeah.
Well done, Cheeky. VE Day. It's Victory Europe.
In
Victory.
Europe. Yeah, Europe.
Yeah, Victory Europe. Yeah.
Europe.
VE. Oh, that would be strange, wouldn't it? World War II Day, just celebrating war. It wouldn't surprise anyone. I don't know. This one, I would have guessed this. Just guessed it straight away and got it right, but I would never have guessed or known. There it is.
What is the postcode area code for Glasgow? Hey, that's a weird question.
And please, Cheeky, don't just go for the alphabet.
What is the postcode area code for Glasgow?
It's funny, Cheeky, because you're very close there. You're very close. That would make sense, but very close. So, so what's the process of elimination? No, it's not GW.
Right, you've only got 24 more letters to go.
Oh, or maybe not.
I bet she gets it.
Nope, D-Wit, it's not. Cheeky Sprite was close. Jay said she's got 24 letters to go, or not. GW1, no. There's a clue there. There's a clue. No, it's not G1. You did G1, didn't you? Oh, that's GL, wasn't it? No, it's not G1. I mean, if you know it, you know it. And I guess it's so easy. Not just because you know it, but you'd think it would be G1 though, wouldn't you? But we're talking about no, because there could be G1, G2, G3 around Glasgow, couldn't there? Or whatever numbers they use there. There we go. Process of elimination. Cheeky Sprite. It's just a G. G. Oh, D-Wit got it too. Just afterwards. Where's Outlaw? He would have been there straight away. It was a G. All right. Oh, here's one. This one will be between, I don't know about D-Wit, but either you or Cheeky Sprite. Quickest on the bus. Well, you've got to keep your mouth shut, haven't you?
I know. I don't.
All right. Here we go. There we go.
The town of Caerphilly lies in which historic county of Wales? The town of Caerphilly lies in which historic county of Wales?
D-Wit, my brain's farting.
Cracking cheese. Right, the town of Caerphilly lies in which historic county of Wales?
Is that pronounced Gwynedd? How do you pronounce Gwynedd? It's not Gwynedd.
Gwynedd.
Gwynedd. Not Powys. Not Pembrokeshire. I couldn't even say if I. Do you know where it is, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So were any of those close?
Well, Wales is only small. Of course, they're all close.
Oh, of course, I guess so. What's that say? Did equals? Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Gwynedd. Somebody it's like Gwynedd. Did equal like the double D's like a T. Gwynedd. Is it a th or a T?
Gwynedd.
Th.
Gwynedd. It's like saying the name Gwynedd. Gwynedd.
Gwynedd. D. Like two D's. Gwynedd. Aye. I'll never remember it. And the double L is chl, is it?
Chlach, chlach. You have to do it right. Chlach. You can't do it.
Chl. Okay. Anyway,
Yes,
we're
you have to do
digressing
it.
here.
Chlach. Do like a chlach. That'll do.
Chl. I can't think of the other counties. Cheeky sprite. Is it a county? Well, it would be a county, wouldn't it? All right.
Well, you just said the town of Caerphilly lies in which historic county of Wales?
Oh, of course. I don't listen to it.
Oh, Glamorgan. Well, we're getting the right letter, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, DeWitt got it. Glamorgan. Or is it Glamorgan? God, is it just straight up Glamorgan? Local pronunciation. Jay. Are you there?
What?
It's Glamorgan.
It's in Gwent.
What do you mean it's in Gwent? I've got the
I
answer.
thought it was in Gwent. Oh, maybe I've got that wrong. I thought it was in Gwent. Okay, I've got that wrong. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Oh, do you want to double check that just in case?
No,
I mean,
no. It'll be me if you know the answer. I was just guessing. Not guessing. I just thought it was. Oh, well, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, the answer is Glamorgan.
It's not Glamorgan. It's just Glamorgan. Don't be silly.
Okay. It sounds more stylish when you say it like that.
Well, that's me. My geography's not so bloody good, is it?
Bloody hell. See, that's what happens when you move up north, isn't it? You forget where you are. Especially Manchester. Next question then. Well done, DeWitt. Glamorgan. Oh
Right.
dear. What's this? Oh, are you seeing the chat, Jay?
Yeah, in relation to employment, for what do the initials SSP stand?
Pcheli.
Pachlechli. Where I used to stay for some holidays.
Pcheli.
In relation to employment, for what do the initials SSP stand?
Oh, straight in there. So it'll guess. Statutory sick pay. Absolutely. Cheeky Sprite got that one. Is that something that's still around, or is that something there was in relation to employment? For what do
I
the
don't
initials?
know because I don't work. I've not worked for a long time, so I don't know.
Right, statutory sick pay. All right.
I remember when SSP first came out because I used to be doing the wages then where I worked.
Say that down again.
Right.
Does Sprite want me to say it again, or you?
Pachlechli.
Pcheli.
Pachlechli. What's the matter? You're laughing at me now. Shut up.
I don't know if she's laughing at you or me. I don't know.
I live on Anglesey. Leave me alone.
And I was from Wrexham. Leave me alone too. That's it. I don't think that's even the Welsh don't class it as Wales, do they? They're just
it's too close. It's too close to that bloody border.
Wrexham. There we go. Next question. I was spitting all over my mic. It's a good job I got that shield on there.
Yeah, but I used to live in that village with the longest name, and I still can't pronounce it. I used to live there. We'll just go Llanfair. It's easier. Go Llanfair PG, and then we'll just leave it at that.
We'd ask Cheeky Sprite, but she'll just type it in the chat and say, "Oh, well done, you pronounced it." Hey, pork chop. What's that? Was that in the days of Friday wage vans, Miss J?
Yes, it was. And I used to have to go to the bank and actually collect the money and have it all worked out to the penny so that I could distribute it to everybody in the little pay packets. Yes, a long time ago.
Oh, there's part of it. I'll recognise that bit. Go, go, goch. Oh, it's go, go, goch. It's not go, go, goch. Go, go, goch.
You're thinking of go-go dancers.
I am. I was thinking goo goo dancers.
Goo-goo. Oh, yeah.
Go, go, goch. Oh, sorry. Did you read this next question?
Oh, sorry. You put the next question. Oh, hang on. I've missed the beginning of it. Right. Golden and white-tailed are the two species of which bird of prey found in the wild in the UK? Golden and white-tailed. Golden. I'm just thinking of Golden Wonder Crisps now. I don't know why. Golden and white-tailed are the two species of which bird of prey found in the wild in the UK?
We're going to have to do a Welsh quiz, if nothing else, just to keep Cheeky Sprite happy. She seems to be enjoying this.
All right, I'll practice that bloody word for next time then. I end up laughing before I can get to the end of it.
We're going through all the bird species now. We've got eagles, we've got elves.
No, we don't have golden eagles. They're American. Sorry.
No, these are tailed though, aren't they? Golden and white-tailed are two
Oh,
species.
so it should say golden-tailed and white-tailed.
It should do, really. Unless they're actually golden and white. At the same,
It says the two. Go on.
Oh, are the two species? Oh, so there are two species. Yeah, you got a good point. There.
Trick questions. These are trick questions.
But it, well done, Cheeky Sprite. It was actually the owl, not the owl, the eagle. It was the eagle. So there is a golden-tailed eagle in the UK. Duck, eagles, owls, duck. No, you got it right first time. Before you move on to pigeons and
finches. Don't we have golden finches and white-tailed finch? I'm sure the finches.
They do. Isn't that simultaneous though? Don't they have like white and yellow? If
yeah, it's a goldfinch, by the way. I was just silly.
It could have been a finch.
It's Friday. It's Friday. I'm being silly.
Last question before we abandon you all. Yes, we saw an eagle in Scotland on our last trip. Was it one of the golden or white-tailed, or are the two species? Oh, so it must have been one of them, because it's not just two of the species. It sounds like they're the only two species of eagle that we have in the UK. Don't know.
It was just an eagle owl. So what's that then? An eagle owl. That's an eagle owl. That's a double species.
Isn't that an eagle though? An eagle owl?
No, it's an owl.
Oh, that's an owl. Sorry. An eagle owl. All right. Last question. An eagle owl.
Which river forms much of the border between County Antrim and County Down? Which river forms much of the border between County Antrim and County Down?
Yes, it's a species of owl. Yeah, I remember the eagle owl now. I don't know why it's called an eagle owl though. Island River.
It looks like an eagle and it's an owl. All right. That might be why.
It's in the eyes. No, it's not the Island River, but it's a river in Ireland. The Island River.
I only know the Southern Island, Connemara part of Ireland, so I'm not well up on the other part.
So Antrim, is that kind of further away from us? Is that or is it nearest to us? No, it's not Irish River. The wet one. The one zesty wet.
I only know the Taffy.
The Leprechaun River. That's
the Liffey. No, the Liffey. Come on, the River Liffey. That's the only one I know.
No, it's not the Liffey. It's not or Liffey.
Liffey. I'll say Liffey if I want to say Liffey.
But I'll give you a clue. It does begin with an L.
Oh, does it? All right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it begins with an L. But it's not Leprechaun or Liffey. Or in Welsh, it'd be Cliffy.
No, because it's only one L. It's only double L that you pronounce that funny way. It's a completely different letter.
What's the double F in Welsh? Liffey. I don't know.
One F is V and double F is F. What's your problem?
Is one F V in Welsh? Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't realise it worked that way too, to be honest. No, it's not Limerick, unless you're about to read us a Limerick or write one in the chat. It's not Limerick. A limerick. Do you know any limericks, Jay?
There was a young girl called Jay. Right, well, that's as far as we get with that one. There was an old slapper called Jay. No, I'm not doing that one either.
As I walked down the river banks, I trod on a young man's ass and a woman shouted thanks. Is that a limerick? It's not, is it? I can see what's going on here. That's not even Irish, but you want me to try and pronounce that?
She's trying to get me to say that word. I'm not going to say it. I'll have to practice it. I could never get it right.
Is that part of the long word again?
Yeah.
Llanfair.
Llanfair Puch. Go on.
Llanfair Puchwyn. Is that right?
Yeah. Hey, you did it better than me. Go on, carry on. Do the rest of it.
Llanfair Puch. What was the Puch? Llanfair Puchwyn.
Right.
Hey! Right. I've got to be careful if I go up north. I might get shot off a battlement at midnight. Or is it York? Start spitting these things out. No, do we give up on that one? Do we give up?
Yeah, because I don't know Irish rivers. I'm not very good. I only know the Liffey.
Can't remember the middle bit. Oh, so is that the first bit? That goch. Or was it a bit before that?
Honestly.
What? I got that right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Goch. Let me scroll back down again. Llanfair Pulchwyn.
Drob. I can't do it now. Drob Chlantisili or Gogogoch or something. Don't make me. I can't say it. I've practiced it and I can never say it. Not like that. Just like that. Right, I'm putting it in. All right, I've put it in bloody chat now. You can all be practicing it for next week. We'll see if you say it the best.
Thank you. Llanfair Pulchwyn.
Well, Llanfair, get that bit right. If you practice that bit first, break it up into. The best way is they've got pictures of it, right? You can Google the images, and they split it up into the individual words, so you can learn how to say it into the little bits, and then try.
It's not fair. It's fire. Llanfair.
Fire. Will you be told? You won't be told, will you?
No. I can't even focus on that. There's too many G's and someone having a stroke.
It was somebody taking the piss. When they made that name up, it was somebody taking the piss. It was funny.
Oh, dear. Quick,
I'm choking on something.
How far can you get with that?
I can't now because I'm laughing too much, and you've got to have a straight face to say it. You can't do it with a big cheesy grin. You can't follow letters.
Llanfair Pulchwyn. What's that? NYGL.
Gogorich. I don't even know what it means.
Stop this. There's a bit of. I thought that said Stanger. It's still. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to practice that. I can't do that. My cousin is Welsh, and she can say it. I'm just gonna give you the answer to that last question, actually, and then we can carry on with it. It was the River Lagan or Lagan, Lagan.
Lagan. I don't know. I've never heard of it.
The River Lagan.
All right, well, that's something to remember.
Yeah, just in case I accidentally pull up these questions again, thinking, my memory's like. You sure you don't want another go at that? Llanfair. Oh, bloody hell. No, forget it. I'm not doing that. No, wouldn't have got it. No, I wouldn't have got it either, actually. I thought there was a place called Logan in Ireland, but postman. What's that?
Yeah, I can imagine being the postman having to deliver the letters, like the letters would have to be right. Yeah, that's why it got shortened to Llanfair PG.
Is that the postcode PG?
No. Oh, well, they're all double L, aren't they? Come on. Get it right.
They're all double L. All postcodes in Wales. Ghost Eagle. Hello. Oh, Grim's gone. You missed Grim. He'll be back. We're finishing up, but catch him next time if you want to say hi to Grim. But the message is there anyway. You'll read it. Yeah. So it's all double L, but bloody hell. You know what I mean? How big are the envelopes there? You need a large envelope to put the whole address in it. Are they all like letterbox size?
Yeah, the letterboxes are bigger than the doors.
Oh, he's Grim. Grim's back.
Oh, he's been checking on us.
Yeah.
Don't know who we've been.
He should come up and try and pronounce this. Cheers, Cheeky. That was fun. And DeWitt. Nice one. I don't know who else is here. Ghost Eagle. I think there's just us. There's just us having a laugh. But yeah, until next time. Unless you want to tune into the, if you want to try the station, go to the Grim Reaper show. We do stuff. Yeah, Grim Reaper.
Oh, we've had some nonsense on there. You might not want to listen to it. But
yeah, and do it. We'd love to have you over. A big we just play a bit of music, have a little bit of chat, and it'd be lovely to get if you can access the chat. That is, you can hear it anyway. But if you can access, it'd be good to have some participation with comments, and we'll take requests for songs, stuff like that. We just want to get this going. We've only been doing it for a week now, and we've been having fun. That's the main thing.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have some feedback to see if anybody cares. If it's just us two having fun. Yeah.
One day you might be able to catch the replays if they ever get posted. Grim, pull your finger out. All right. Well, we're going to end it there then.
Okay, Nostar then to Cheeky and DeWitt. Thank you.
Yeah, you're going to charge up the electric car so we can get out of here.
Oh, right. Okay, we're doing the Back to the Future one. We've got to get up to 88 miles an hour. Okay, all right.
Peace. Cariad. Cariad.
You don't have to say it like Cariad. It's just Cariad. Cariad. Nostar, Cariad.
Let's get out of here before Grim comes back. Have a good night. Laters.